Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is time for some Season 9 League of Lands playoffs. It is an elimination series between Orcurry, the captain's team on the Radiant side, taking on PayPalace 30k USD, the Frenzy captain's team in the Dire. I am joined tonight by the one, the only, manager of Simply 2Base, and the great middle laner himself, Logical Dota. How are you? It's fine evening.
I'm doing good, Patrick. You really nailed that PayPal is 30k USD. You said it. That was clean the way you said it. That was impressive.
I'm I was prepared and ready to go, and it seems like these teams are too. They are drafting rapidly. Little reserve time being used up until this pick. It's tiny CK bands, DP, Beastmaster bands, Mars into Undying. But big picture, I mean, this is an elimination series. Winner goes on, losers goes home. It's always fun to see some playoff Dota.
This isn't just a elimination series, but at least for me, looking at the first four matchups, this is the elimination series to look for round one. I remember you sent me the whole picture of the playoff bracket, and you asked me which ones I was interested in, and even though there were some like high caliber matches at the top, I'm pretty sure this was the first matchup that I said, or maybe the second matchup that I said. This is still one that was pretty interesting to me.
I believe you said 4 and 7, which would be this series and the Dark versus I think Bulljack series. Something like that.
Sounds about right.
I honestly don't remember. I should know this. I cast this league. I am in this league. I should know this, but I don't. What I do know though is PayPal's 30k. They did not ban out the famed Ka Earth Spirit, and it has been first phase selected here.
That's draft looks pretty normal for the most part. I think the one thing that sticks out to me is the CK ban from, I'm just gonna call them Cuz team. from Radiant. That hero is extremely strong, I think. And especially as a laner, but it's not something that you see as early as like first phase. Not even as an 8 pick really. It's something that you see later on. It's a good gotcha pick though. Especially as an off laner, if the enemy safe laner needs a really good lane. Surprised to see that Brightside and Cuz team value it so high though.
Something I find interesting is there's one thing I probably should mention, because if I don't, then people will get mad at me for not mentioning it. But there is a bit of a stand-in situation. It is PayPal's 30k USD. They have Near standing in for Jay. There was initially a request for Skyward to stand in for Jay. It was rejected by Ka. This has been considered a mistake for PR. It's been a bit of a nightmare in terms of the lads general chat on Discord for the last 4.5 hours. But other than that, we have instead Near standing in. Another high caliber gamer in Near. He is playing off role, but he is very familiar with a couple of these players. Plays with them in unranked and ranked games, so should be some familiarity there. Thought I had to mention that before it was too late.
Of course. I only caught a very small portion of it, but it was quite entertaining from what I saw, the whole discussion that came out of the situation.
I remember I was just sitting on Discord where I think it was like you, Andy Bendy, and Rook when it really heated up, and the two twins were just like laughing it up like drama, and I'm like, yeah, I should probably stop this, shouldn't I? But at this point, there's not much I can do anymore.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
It is
Death Frost.
Yeah, I was gonna say DP ban.
Yeah, that hero is broken not only in the sense of it just being a strong hero, but it's literally broken as in the mechanics of the game are fucked. So DP spirits do 2 times damage higher than they did last patch. And in a similar vein, Undying is also broken. They didn't nerf the heroes, they didn't nerf the zombie damage in 731A, I think. What was the sub patch? But because of how they changed the armor types and the damage types, Undying zombies also do 2 times damage to heroes.
That sounds about right. I mean, I've noticing a lot of damage with these Undyings recently. It's been very popular in the DPC, very popular in amateur Dota, so I'm not too shocked. Something is going on there. Perhaps it's intentional, perhaps it isn't. It's hard to tell with Valve sometimes.
Yeah, and they didn't nerf the Undying zombies, like they just nerfed their raw damage. They didn't do anything with the damage types or anything. So I kind of assume that Valve is at least aware of it for on the Undying side of things. The consensus from people that I talked to about the Death Prophet one is that it's probably going to get changed in a larger capacity than just nerfing spirits damage. Like they're gonna either rework the way that like the kind of unit that an exorcism spirit is, or they're gonna change it some sort of way. But from a lot of the good players I've talked to about it, they don't think it's gonna stay in the game.
And I'm not too shocked. I mean, we're seeing everything from high-level DPC games to qualifiers, the open and close qualifiers we saw a few weeks ago, to amateur leagues like LADs, or even lower MMR leagues than that, pub games, unranked ranked games. It's a lot of Carabalus the Death Prophet just existing. So I'm sure somebody's ready to just, knock this hero down a couple pegs from her current, dare I say, broken state.
I think that's a fair thing to say. I think people are very quick to call things broken, especially in Dota, where the game is very complicated. There's a lot of moving parts, and some things are just like you've never seen them before, or some things are too good at other things. For the most part, I think the game is pretty well balanced. Maybe that's a hot take.
It's a hot take, but it's true.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess that just means we both have that take.
Well, I think it's controversial because like everybody's always upset about the patch. It's like last patch was awful, but yet it was like the most balanced patch in Dota history. That's what I mean, type stuff,
yeah, okay, I kind of agree. Honestly, I don't think last patch was awful. I think it just got boring, and that happens all the time. It's like if Dota just never got patches, then the game would get stale. And so even if Dota was somehow able to theoretically make the perfect patch where all 123 heroes were perfectly viable and all had their own situations where they could pick them, and drafts were just all about what you personally liked, I mean, the game would be very balanced, but it would not be particularly interesting. And I think the game would still need to get changed from that just to spice things up, because after 1 year, 2 years of that patch, then you're just going to want something new.
I know for me, I like the new patch partially because the heroes I like playing got buffed and the heroes I don't like playing against got nerfed. So everyone's got some personal bias in that one. I mean, I know a lot of people are big fans of the Techies rework. Even though Techies is probably better than he was before the patch, just because the old Techies was just not fun to play against. A lot of the really unfun heroes of the last patch got nerfed, but of course then Tiny gets buffed and DP gets buffed, and now Shen and Enter in the meta, as we see in this game, and it's just you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, I mean, I think generally, it's been nearly a full month since the patch has come out, right? So it's I'd struggle to call this even like a new patch at this point in time, but generally the way that it goes in the earlier stage, I mean, I guess you can say it's still early patch if you think about how long we're most likely going to have some variant of 731. That being said, this at the start of the new patches, relatively, you tend to see remnants of the old patch. It's not like people just completely rework the way that they play Dota. It's just they use some of the different things that got changed and they tweak some of their concepts, and then they just add that on to what they were doing previously.
This is an interesting pick. I don't thought this was a Lifestealer pick. This is a pick that I'm actually a little bit surprised about. It feels like good in terms of the lane here, but I'm surprised to pick Lifestealer into the Gyrocopter. What's your thoughts about that one?
I think this matchup is pretty fine. I'd say it's Lifestealer favorite. Yeah, I think.
Really?
I'll say historically it's been Lifestealer favorite, just because Rage and being able to just slam the Gyrocopter is very nice. I'm not sure if Lifestealer still has that evasion talent, but that's a great resource against Gyrocopter for just manning out. Yeah, he does at level 20, 16% evasion still. This hero does a lot of damage, obviously, and you have magic immunity, which makes it nice. A lot of the times you can just stick on the Gyrocopter. I'm curious though, why do you feel like that Gyro is a lot better than Lifesteal? Is it just the farm difference, or
I like the farm difference. I mean, Gyrocopter is going to be able to hit 3 items before Lifestealer can hit 3 items by 5-6 minutes, and at that point, we've seen such an emphasis on early and mid game fighting, such an emphasis on the first and second Roshans. I just feel like Lifestealer is going to get tempoed by Gyrocopter, especially given they've got the Ench, they've got the Earth Spirit, they have this Blink Mars. I'm just concerned that it's going to rely on Ultra Gunner to really just outplay Or Curry. I think if he plays equally well, he might just get out-tempoed this game.
it'll definitely have a lot to do with their lanes. Thankfully for both of these heroes, their lanes look quite good. Lifestealer Undying against. Yeah, okay, so this is 2 heroes that feast on strength heroes that are against 2 strength heroes. Actually, I think Radiant will potentially move Enchantress to the top lane, to their off lane this game, just to make it so the Undying does have to land against 2 melee heroes. And then the Gyrocopter is going to, I guess, actually with that logic, Gyrocopter won't have Ench in its lane, but Gyrocopter is just naturally a strong laner. So Gyrocopter will probably have a pretty good game as well. I think
it would make sense to me. You mentioned 2 heroes that just feast on strength heroes, and they're both strength heroes.
Yeah. It's I mean, Gyrocopter just like, I don't want to say objectively because I think that word is very, very difficult to use in Dota. Gyrocopter farms a lot faster than Lifestealer just because of the tools that the hero has. And I think a lot of the times, I think you should get more farm than a Lifestealer. I think you need to get kind of, not like unreasonably farmed, but you need to get more farmed than you naturally would to outweigh this matchup. Like, you need a Satanic so the Lifestealer doesn't just like walk up to you and hit you with like a halberd or anything. And at the same time, you also need damage to actually like kill the Lifestealer, because in the end of the day, this is a strength hero, so it is very durable, especially with the Magic community.
This is
We talked a lot about
definitely a different style of hero, though. We mentioned this possibility of the Mars Earth Spirit lane, or possibly even the Mars Ench lane not going that well. Well, perhaps we might see a Mars middle instead, with the Nature's Prophet being the offlaner. This is... I like the pick in a vacuum, but I'm curious to see how you think it's going to work in the game, this game.
This is very interesting. Honestly, like this is okay, I guess it makes more sense for their lane because then they're gonna have Nature's Prophet, Earth Spirit. I still feel like Undying Lifestealer beats Nature's Prophet, Earth Spirit. Like, I'm trying to think about the way that the lane goes. I think that the Trance don't do enough, really. Ember, this is like a really good Ember pick as well. It's kind of bad against Mars, but it's great at hunting NP. It's good at dancing around the Gyrocopter and kiting him. Yeah, I think they also probably needed a lot more damage, so it works out. I like Dire's draft more.
I'm like double checking player names right now because everyone loves to change their names in this league. So I was making sure. So yeah, everyone is tagged up as they would be expected to be tagged up, with the exception of Nature's Prophet, who is Noah. For those who are not aware, I will be calling him Noah all game because I'm not saying Balenciaga Prada every 2.5 minutes all game. So overall drafts though, who do you prefer here? I think I'm leaning towards Radiant for the tempo. What are your thoughts here in terms of the picks?
I like Dire's a little bit more. I think maybe it's a little bit like the onus is definitely on them to get stuff done. I don't think that's particularly difficult though, and I think if they just play, they don't even have to play good. As long as they play fine, then it will be hard for Radiant. Like, if both teams are playing fine, then Dire wins. If both teams are playing good, then Dire wins as well, I think. But if Dire is playing fine and Radiant is playing good, then Radiant's gonna stomp them. If that makes sense.
It makes sense, but that's... I mean, I like Radiant's ability to play good Dota, you know? I like these players on their heroes. Maybe I'm, got stars in my eyes for, like, I don't know, like, Ka, Earth Spirit and stuff, but...
Badger, I'm gonna keep it full 100 with you right now. I think League of Legends players, for the most part, are very capable of playing good Dota. It's just the quantity of times that they put out good Dota, because everyone is inconsistent. No one literally always plays well, myself included, everyone in the tournament included. Like, everyone always has bad games. It's just I think the thing that decides who's like a good player, yeah, and who's less good, is just how many bad games they have.
Well, it is Levi being stunned. Ready to roll is away. So Dire are running forward, and we have a fun start to the game. We are not sitting on our laurels. We are going in minute -1, running at the opponents, and it will be nobody dying, not even a Shriant's dying. But Dire just sat here under this Radiant side obs ward. They are ready to play Dota right now.
This is kind of a greedy obs. I think it does a lot though if you can get it up at the 0-minute mark. A lot of the times I can. Oh, nice! I can do that. Okay, most of the time you see I've seen wards here because it scouts the courier for the Dire. Even on the Radiant side, you can look for Dire heroes that are trying to kill your courier.
Well, Patience is fighting. It's a 2-man decay, but he's fighting right now in the 2v3. Burrow comes in on Gyro and Earth Spirit. Patience tries to run away, but it's a roll in by Cub. Once again, he's body blocking. Fairy Fire Pop decays there on 2. Undying, he's low. Will he die? Appears to be yes, but it's very close. One more hits. Not quite enough, I don't think. And not quite enough. Nobody dies. It will be Patience, of course, walking to the fountain, having a TP to his top lane, but despite multiple good attempts by both teams, there has been no first blood quite yet.
That kind of changes the top dynamic a little bit. I still think it's Dire favored, but this like 15-second window where this Lifestealer is solo, he's able to get pressured a lot more, and getting pressured in the early stages of the lane can really turn things. The earliest part of the first minute and a half, I'd say, of the lanes generally the most important.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things that you usually emphasize to me. It's about the first 3 waves, which is obviously the first minute and a half. But the really important parts of turning, say, a 1 lane into a lost lane or vice versa. And right now, Ultragun are taking a good bit of damage with the Undying being missing. But with the Undying arriving, it's a 2-man decay, hurting Noah and Ka, and suddenly it's fine to be Ultragunner again.
Yeah, this is one kind of nice thing is that Lifestealer can hit the treants, and like treants will always be next to you, so you always have the potential to just hit the treant that's right next to you to heal up a little bit. Yeah. Overall, I think this lane is probably volatile. I think it's still Dire favored though. I kind of said that a lot. I think especially with this phase boot time, I like that Ultra is just straight rushing it. I think a lot of people go Corrosion kind of first item on Lifesteal. I think the phase boots helps out a lot here. Lets you run through the trance, gives you armor that you need. Yeah, he's just sending out the chainmail right now. I like this choice.
Makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's even later on in the game, he's gonna want those phase boots, but just getting it early on is going to be nice to say get over the lane creeps, get over the shrines, and it's be a very annoying Lifestealer. Bottom lane though, Brightside got very lucky with his first hard camp spawn. It was the troll creep, which has to be the single best creep you can possibly get from that hard camp spot for Brightside. It's now dead though, so Levi jumping for joy. The troll is dead. Life is suddenly acceptable. Problem is, Ench now is a Wildling Ripper, which is never good.
That was really unfortunate for Levi. I guess it's not really unfortunate because he's the one who made that happen, but the sentry that he put in the camp was like barely caught by this Brightside sentry. He put it like right at the edge here, and so Brightside was able to deward it. I was also going to say that I don't really like Dire's decision to not block this hard camp. It looks like Levi has manually body blocked the small camp these past 2-minute marks. I think it's really important against Enchantress to make sure that she can't get creeps.
It's one of those things too, where normally you would expect for Radiant to want to block the Radiant hard camp there, but instead in this Enchantress the entire dynamic changes. Suddenly now it's like, alright, Dire wants to block their own pole camp, and it's not fun, but it's pretty much forced here.
Yeah, against a lot of these heroes that use the Levi?
And it will be Levi in danger. T is stunned by the burrow, but both will walk forward. Levi is low, Brightside and T are running forward. The impetus will bring down Shadow Shaman. First blood drawn by Brightside on Levi Shaman.
Solid play, they're really strong. They hit level 3. This level 2 Rocket Barrage is an ungodly amount of damage. 6.5 second cooldown. Enchantress not level 3 yet as well, but that'll be very big power spike. Radiant definitely played this lane.
Overstepped his bounds top lane. He went into the cave, got caught there by the Treants, the Furion, and the Earth Spirit. Does a bit too much damage there. It's 2 kills now for the side of the Radiants, and they're running a T, but they just cannot kill the Gyro right now.
It's kind of hard to pressure gyro, which is actually kind of unfortunate because I think one important thing is if you have players playing off role, I think it's a lot easier for that player if they win their lane. I mean, especially for carry slash mid player like Nier. If he wins his lane, he can pretty much just play like a carrier or mid hero. Because his lane is a little rough though, and his game isn't the best, it's gonna be different from him though. He's gonna have to actually like kind of forfeit his own game a little bit and go for more off-lane kind of lifestyle.
Luckily, he is Sand King, one of the better heroes at recovering. There's no stacks for him, but he can say start cutting the wave here, grab these waves, grab these camps. Should be relatively fine for the Sand King, but yeah, you're right. It is obviously a lot better for a player like Nier, who is not an off-lane player, to get the better start of the game. Forward mid lane, we attempt on Frenzy. Roll is missed by Cod though, so Ember Spirit will walk away. So a little bit to the left on the roll. Frenzy dodged it or missed it unintentionally, not quite sure. Result is the same though. No death on Ember Spirits.
Frenzy's lane's going pretty fine, and this lane is relatively Mars favored. I'd say Ember Spirit shouldn't lose terribly. Like probably what's going on right now is about what should happen. I have seen Mars crush this lane a lot though. Patience
Top lane again, Undying tried to man-fight his life there, but with the arrival of Ka from the east side, they brought down Undying, and Noah TP'd away just in time, so there's no death there on the Nature's Prophet. It's 3-for-0 kill score. And wait, we see a 4th kill bottom lane. Nier is on the run. Brightside and T are chasing. It's Centaur Stomp into Impetus into a 4th kill for the side of Orcurry, and yeah, it's a 1k network lead, not too large, but certainly a fantastic start for the Radiant side.
Radiant, you just kind of mentioned it with that they have fast tempo lineup. The heroes are very good in the laning stage. They got Enchanters in the bottom lane, Nature's Prophet for the top lane, and then they got a counter in the mid lane, I'd say.
Speaking of mid lane, we have not spoken at the mid lane at all, which is a rarity with casts I have with you. It's been this Mars versus Ember lane. So far, it is Mars ahead in both XP and in terms of farm, though it's not that large. It's 33-10 on Mars versus 25-2 on Ember. Did you expect this going into the lane, or how does an Ember Mars lane usually go?
This is about how it should go. It's like slightly Mars favored, maybe 55-45, because that's a way that people like to look at matchups. It's Mars has a lot of stuff, and Ember does not really have a lot of stuff. And so it's good for Mars. But Mars can't really kill you or like super pressure you out. So as long as you don't get auto attack too much as Ember, you should be good. You can still farm the creeps. Mars has 2 different spells that displace your hero though, so it can be hard to secure range creeps. And as well as if you press Flame Guard, Mars can sometimes just like spear you away from the wave, and so you just waste your Flame Guard. Nier goes down.
Bot lane, the carnage continues. They had a rotation from Ka, and they brought down Nier. They're going to get Levi, but it's a 5th kill on the board for Orcurry, and it's... I mean, they're owning right now. Rena's mid lane is dodged by Frenzy's Remnant, but... Sure, you missed 1 kill on the Ember, but as a whole, it's still a fantastic start to the game for this Radiant side.
That was definitely a hopeful little arena by Fatal. I don't think it's the worst play ever. But generally, I think that you should like very much try to avoid plays like that where you kind of just bank on the other person messing up. I think the first game that I learned that concept from, even though it's kind of obvious, was chess. The way that's described in chess is called hope chess. I think it's very fitting. You just hope they fuck up. Now Fatal just doesn't have arena for disengagement, which way higher chance of hitting the Ember with.
It's still a dead Enchantress, though. The roll comes in. It will hit on Undying. It's the 1-for-1 trade, support for support. In comes Noah, TPing in from long range. Levi certainly will die, and it will be 2 more kills. They finally got on the board for the side of PayPal as 30k USD, but now it's this mid T1 being attacked. Ember is entirely zoned away, and I don't think this tower's going to die quite yet.
This
but
is a try-hard ass play from Radiant. These guys are sweating their asses off. I actually respect this, but I mean, this is just like a really good play by them. You can tell they know how to play against the NP. They didn't actually get the tower. Probably a nice TP by Ultra to protect the HP, but it was really well It was really smart the way that they tried to converge on the mid lane because they know they had the Nature's Prophet TP. So the Earth Spirit comes in from the side to start this kind of skirmish, and they know that they're stronger just because their heroes are stronger right now. And so when the Nature's Prophet comes in, they can throw Treants on the tower and get a lot of damage. I honestly expected the tower to just die from that. It is kind of hard to push into the Lifestealer and the Ember with Max Light though.
That's still almost heads up play. Like, say, like a 5k carry probably would not have made that play. You'd be thinking, hey, I have creeps to farm. But Ultra is saying, you know what, this mid T1 tower is more valuable long term than, say, 2 more last hits. So TP's in keeps it alive there.
Ultra is having a pretty good game. We talked about the fact that Gyrocopter farms faster than Lifestealer. Nier is.
Nier's in a bit of danger. Call down will not kill Nier quite
Okay.
yet, but we're seeing multiple brawls over to the river. It's Patience going down to Noah's Nature Prophet who TP'd into the fight. Back over to Gyro. He's running at Levi. Levi is quite low, though T is out of mana. It's going to be even more fighting as well, thanks to double damaging coming out from Fatalness, but it's non-stop chaos right now. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to regain my thoughts here. I'm surprised that Nier lived. He did barely run out of the call down AoE. Nice play by him, I guess. Brainiac is playing very aggressively with their moves. This does leave some of their heroes vulnerable, though. Like, this Gyrocopter could very easily die. I don't know if he'll die right
We'll
here.
attempt them now. Hex, Burrow, Shackles, Epi.
Yes.
That's a lot of damage. It will be a dead Gyro,
Nice.
but in come the TPs. Roll comes in on Levi, kicked towards his twin, Fatalist. Fatalist still has double damage, and Rebuke brings down Levi. Arena's now there on Nier, and Nier. He is in severe danger and is now dead. So they got the Gyro. It cost them 2, but also might cost them their bottom tier 1 tower.
Nice rotation by Fatal. Pretty solid usage of that. TD Ruin. It's kind of unfortunate. The Gyrocopter did die, so you're not really happy about that if you're Radiant. I guess you're happy about that if you're Fatal, just because your game is a lot better. You do kind of need your Gyrocopter. Actually, you kind of don't need your Gyrocopter to win this game. Now that I think about it, they got Nature's Prophet offlane mid-bars.
Well, Ultra is silenced and gets speared. That's a death on Lifestealer. A bit of a
That's
rare
rough.
one for Ultra Gunner, and that's... You mentioned how Radiant not happy losing their Gyro. I'm sure Dire equally unhappy losing their Lifestealer there.
Yeah, I'm sure Dire is more unhappy to lose their Lifestealer, actually. Ember is going a pretty utility build. He's got Phase, and now he's queuing up Eul Scepter, so he won't really be doing the most damage hoping to live. And, I mean, their Sand King is having... He's not having a super rough one, but he's having not a stellar game. If you compare that to Dire, though, like, all 3 of their cores are going to scale very well into the game, and all of their cores are having a very good game already. Deny?
Interesting deny from Red Side. Don't think it was necessary necessarily, but
That's a flex. He's just showing that he knows to deny bounty runes with units. That's always fun, though. I always get a fucking
Radiant's bottom tower is under
dopamine rush when I deny a bounty rune minute 0 with Naga Illusions.
I mean, there were 3 heroes nearby, but lots
Yeah.
of dopamine rush.
No.
Teamed out 600 gold. Roll comes in, top lane.
Did you
is
see the micro,
missed.
though?
Orchid comes in on the Shadow Shaman. Rebuke is popped. Radiant are diving with 5 Shaman. His dad really comes in on 4 heroes. It's fantastic. Doomstone will attempt a turn, but how much can Dire possibly fight? Call down. Epi, both pop. Burrows there on Gyro. Now, with Magnetize, Dire are taking down. Undying, dead. Gyro with a trade, but Sand King joins him. Roll again. Hits on Ember Spirit. It's a 4-for-1 trade. Fantastic maneuver towards the top lane by the side of Orcurry. It will get them that top T1 tower, and they are firmly in the driver's seat right now.
That's 15-3 kill score. Game felt closer than that. I knew Radiant was ahead. That's pretty rough, though.
It's always it's never fun for like the hype build up when like one team is kind of just giving the other team the business, and right now it's one team giving the other team the business. And I'm sure PayPal has 30k have some plays, say once they have the Sand King thing, which will have it about right now. But it's not going to be easy. I mean, right now they're down by a good bit. Furion has Orchid. Mars, he's actually building a BKB first, so I guess he doesn't have a big item quite yet, but Radiant are ready to fight once again if they want to.
I said this last time we saw Mars. I remember watching Fury play Mars, and he went the same build, or he went like Eul's BKB or something. Just buy Satanic on these strength cores. If you're Tide 100 mid, if you're Mars mid, just buy a Satanic. It's so good. But I that's actually that's an opinion. That's not really something that I can back up with facts. You become so tanky though. And
Fatal will have to do a bit of a tank test right now. Tombstone is dropped. Arena is the turn, but it's Ultra and Levi on the inside. Nier arrives, as does Noah. Fatalist is low. He will drop now. Back over to Noah. He's dead as well, so it's 2 core deaths on the Radiant side. Ka will roll away, but if you are PayPal as 30k, that's an absolutely essential team fight win. You bring down 2 cores, you gain control of this Radiant side jungle, and it's still not great game state wise. That's a huge step in the right direction if you want to win this game.
yeah, for sure, that was like. I'm surprised Ree was like playing so clean the entire game, and they did that. As you said, the game is still Radiant favor. That's kind of a big mistake. Though you still lost 2 of your cores for having a good game. Dire didn't really have anywhere to play on the map. You were kind of controlling the entire map. After that smoke and kills, though, they kind of have taken over the bottom area again. I can't draw on the map. That's sad.
Yeah, Radiant, they're attempting to defend. Their tower is very low, as is their Enchanter. Spear will damage, though not stun Frenzy. It will be a dead T1 tower. No heroes die quite yet, but there are 10 heroes right here. Somebody eventually will die, it appears. Or maybe not. Everyone just walks away. They're running at Ultra. Orchid comes through, but he has a Kali Blade and Phase Boots. Nier thought about turning with the Epi, but how does nobody die there, actually?
It's a little bit awkward for Radiant to start fights right now. They don't have a blink. Earth Spirit rolling in is inconsistent, I'd say. It's so if Dire isn't the one that's going into Radiant, it's a little bit difficult for them to actually set up a fight. Like, what kind of stuns do they have? They have the Orchid on Nature's Prophet, but that hero wants to wait for someone else to go in first. And this Mars, I guess this is one way that BKB is nicer than Satanic is you can just run in with the BKB and hope to arena some of the support heroes.
I mean, I'm a little bit shocked that you didn't go for the blink on Mars. Are you shocked as well, or do you expect this?
I don't like Blink first on mid Mars. I think Eul's would have been really good. Honestly, I was kind of expecting him to buy Eul's. I think that's generally the what's the word I'm looking for? That's just the theory on playing Mars against Ember, is that you're good against it in lane, and that you can buy Eul's to Eul Spear the spirit heroes later on. Just going straight phase Blink, though, a lot of the times, especially if you don't start popping up rays, you get the Blink, you end up scaling. You don't end up scaling.
Ultra. Here we go, now it's Ultra once again being gone upon. Orchid is not up anymore, I don't think. Rage is now used. He won't even... Actually, he will invest in the Levi, so it was a bit of an attempt. They had the long-range roll into the Orchid play, but the damage was simply lacking there. No Mars, no Gyro, no kill. Speaking of Mars, he's being gone on by 3 heroes top lane. It is the
Illusion.
Slight Chains. Illusion is popped. It's a fantastic Illusion rune from Fatalist, purging off the chains, allowing him to walk away from that Burrow Strike.
Very well played. Illusion runes are really big. It's not the craziest in this game, just because of the way that things planned out. Sometimes, though, they can just like turn fights. It's actually kind of crazy.
Well, the roll has split the wickets, and it will be Ka going down for that one. Epi, Burrow, Tombstone, more than enough. Down goes Ka. He rolled somewhat blindly towards 2 heroes he knew, ran into, I believe, 4 heroes there, and that is not too good for Earth Spirit, unfortunately.
Yeah. This is actually, it's not really bold at all from Ultra. I like the way that he's playing this game. I think I've kind of not like complained, but one gripe I've had with a lot of League of Legends carry players is that they don't like pressure enough. They don't use their hero enough. They take a lot of the safe farm. I think this is exactly what Ultra should be doing. It's a little bit sus that he used his TP down here, but I think he is the hero. He is very difficult to kill. He's one of the hardest. He's like probably the hardest hero to kill in the game right now. So he should be farming this dangerous farm and kind of like playing up against Radiant to make it uncomfortable for them to try to run into this area.
Well, Dire are now running away from the Radiant jungle. They got the D ward, lost their courier, and they're still there as 5, but they're not committing to a massive team fight. They're just kind of going back and forth and back and forth, and Now it is Radiant who are running away from their own jungle. It is the territorial battle in the Radiant side jungle currently. And the pinks come out. It's time for multiple tier 2 tower sieges. Looks like Dire will be taking this bottom tier 2 towers. Furion attempts to push the top one. Frenzy is attempting to defend, but it's not going too well. Over, perhaps, to Mars, who finds Sand King in an arena. Spear comes through on Near. Near will go down. Now the Tombstone has a turn, but it's already one dead on the Dire side. They're running forward, looking perhaps for Brightside. They see him, but he's also very fast. They want the kill, but he's just very fast still. They'll eventually find him in the Dire side Try Camp. It will be Hex into Rage, into... She had death on both Brightside and perhaps Fatal as well. Levi found with the Shackles. Fantastic Shackles from Shaman. He'll have a 4-man Rebuke, but it's a 4v1 for Mars, and Mars has no BKB, he has no Blink, and he has no Escape. That is surprisingly fantastic for the side to pay Palace 30k USD.
Yeah, they definitely needed this kind of fight. I like the way that they're playing this, kind of just running around and chasing Radiant. Talk about how earlier Radiant didn't really have a way of starting fights. They mostly just kind of farm and hope to scale, get a lot of items on all their heroes. Dire, on the other hand, have many ways to initiate.
They attempt bottom lane, Burrow. It will be no Epi, thanks to the Orchid. Good Orchid there from Noah, saving his life. You were saying before that about initiation?
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of ways to initiate. Like Shadow Shaman hexing people from the tree lines. They have Slight Chains, which is, not the hardest initiation. They also have Burrow Strike, though, which is one of the best initiation spells in the game. So Radiant is naturally going to split up a lot because they're trying to farm on all 3 of their cores. So as long as you just pick one of those targets and go run at them, that's a good way to start fights.
Big jump on Ultra. He didn't rage in time, and it will cost him his life. Earth Spirit roll into Earth Spirit Silence, into Orchid Silence, into a dead Ultra Gunner.
Well played. Radiant got everything they needed. It was like that was like the exact scenario that they needed to kill the Lifestealer. They executed it completely. They executed it perfectly, though.
I'm a little bit surprised Ultra didn't rage in time, but it's probably because I have the Omnivision and I knew he was coming for a very, very long time. But we've been seeing it in every level of Dota above like 1k. Take a fight on the Roshan pit, go into the Roshan pit, take Roshan. It's minute 21, a bit slower than you see in DPC, but it is that first Aegis of the game to T on the Gyrocopter.
It's smart by Radiant. That's all I gotta say about that one. I like this choice here. As I think it was a little bit bold to just hard run at the lifesteal like that. They didn't have a ward up here, I think. So they just kind of like blindly smoked and hoped to find the lifestealer.
It'll be another attempt on Noah bottom lane, speaking of attempts in the jungle. Tombstone is dropped. Levi has spells, but he has no vision. Never mind, the Force Staff gave him the vision to just get the spells off in time. Serpentmoors were even dropped there. A bit of panic, I believe, but the result is the same. Nature's Prophet dead. Noah is off the map, and that is a deserved well play coming out there from Ultra Gunner.
Yeah. I mean, they both had right ideas. I was thinking to Force Staff like that is a little bit wacky, so it's not always something you're ready for. I like Levi's idea though to put snakes to give vision inside the Sprout. I think that was smart. Also, you're completely fine using wards to kill the NP like that. That's super big. You delay with Aegis a little bit, and this is as I talked about so much. They got 3 cores on Radiant, and so you need like any of the core kills is a good kill. It's not like you're killing the offlaner. You're killing one of their 3 carries.
I spent a lot of the name of the game is this 3-man Dota from Sand King, Shaman, Undying. Run around, try to kill anybody, usually Nature's Prophets. Obviously, it's not easy because it's a Nature's Prophets, but they've gotten it enough time. I think they've gotten the kill twice now, and every kill like that just gives you so much relief in terms of map control. I mean, you're seeing constantly he's been playing bot lane, playing top lane, just being annoying, and well, he's back. His respawn time is very low, so he's back.
Yeah, I Dire's playing pretty well, I think. Unfortunately, I don't think the game is getting that much easier for them. I think it's definitely looking a lot better than it did 10 minutes ago, for instance. The net worth lead is just not really going their favor, though. and it has only been going Radiant's favor throughout the entire game. They are still farming more, even if they die every like once in a while.
Well, they attempt on Fatal. He's half HP ready, and they get the kill on Mars immediately. Now they have the Gyrocopter. He will lose 1 life. He has 1 remaining. Shaman might go down, but it's a disaster for Decider or Curry immediately. Brightside low. Brightside dead, now Dire. They run at Gyro. He has no BKB. He has no escape other than a miracle, and they see him running in the open. 4 run at him. It's Blink into Burrow, into Decay, into way too much damage. Actually bring down the Ember with him thanks to that Aghanim's Maelstrom build on the Gyro, but if you are PayPal's 30k, you needed a big play, and that is one fantastic one to defend your mid T2 tower.
Yeah, that was really. I mean, it's funny they lost that fight. They they lost all their heroes. The net worth lead didn't change at all. This is really big for Dire. This is the momentum they needed. This happens a lot with Lifestealer. It feels like in my anecdotal experience, when this hero, a lot of games that this hero wins, you'll be behind money wise, but Lifestealer just is really strong because of the hero spells. Patience is like getting chased.
He is being chased. It will be another roll coming through,
NPT,
but Levi is nearby. Serpent wards are dropped. And Patience is still alive, actually. Tombstone is the turn. They're running at Levi's spear will stun him, but the Dire are TPing in now. Levi remains alive thanks to that Soul Rip. Rita comes in onto a Frenzy is chasing onto Noah. Patience now goes down, so both the Dire supports are dead, but Radiance will lose their offlane in exchange. Speaking of offlanes, Burrow comes through on the Earth Spirit. He's now rooted as well. He will go down, 2 for 2 trade, and now they're running at Fatal. Fatal
Infest?
will attempt to get away, but now Frenzy has an Ultra inside of him. It's an Infest out, he's rooted, he's dead. Ultra gets 3 kills in the fight, and PayPal is 30k. They know the burden execution is on them, and they are delivering.
I mean, they played well. The game is like getting out of hand for Radiant at this point. It was already. We talked about this in draft, the carry matchup, Lifestealer versus Gyro. If they're on even footing, then the Lifestealer can like very easily fight the Gyro. You can just click phase boot, A-click him, press rage, walk at him, and just hit him down. Gyrocopter, though, as we're seeing for the earlier parts of this game, was just more farm than him. But now, Lifestealer's top net worth, it's going to be super hard for them to fight. I say that as Nier dies.
Going in bottom lane, but he went in prematurely. Brightside dropped the sentry, and the Gyro ench damage was way too much for a solo Sand King. But the fight continues. Dire... Maybe not, actually. I thought it would be the opposite. I thought it would be the Lifestealer down by 2k and not up by 2k, but I guess that's the Ultra effect. He's just, you know, consistently one of the best carry players in LAS for a reason.
Yeah, he was down for a majority of this game. After the momentum that they got, where they were able to take those 2 decisive fights. Sorry, is he dead? No, he's good. He
has the rage and the TB, perhaps, or perhaps not BKB? In time. The silence comes through. He will not BKB. He will not survive. He could have BKB, but chose not to, thinking he would die anyway. It's probably the right decision, but it's still a rough outcome there. That's
surprising.
Rough death.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty unfortunate. That's a lot of momentum back in Radiant's favor. Because this means that Dire's going to be able to go run around and do whatever they want. Seems that they're going to just go bottom. This is probably pretty alright. I would like to see them kind of like hold one part of the map, though. Oh, nice. Alright, Brightside. No, Brightside's got this broken creep. Have I told you about this? I'm sure you've seen it.
Actually, I don't think I have. I think I've actually missed this.
Okay, so Radiant doesn't have a ward. Do you see that? Just look at that. Look at the Harpy Scout.
It just flies.
Yeah. No. Look at how much vision it gives when it clicks the button. Okay, he canceled it instantly. But it's 1800 day-night vision. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, what?
And it's flying. It's better than a ward.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
What do you mean 1800 vision, not a creep?
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure it's 1800. I heard the number 1800, so I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna trust my sources. I've seen EU teams though buy Helm Dominator on like Grimstroke, like some like really wacky Helm Dominator heroes, and just take the creep, because it's just like a walking ward. And you can't do this on Enchantress because it's Helm Dominator only, but your creep gets mana regen, so you can have it permanently flying.
Well, it will be a dead Enchantress. Speaking of the bringer of Harpy creeps, she will go down to a infested Ember Spirit. Harpy Scout.
Can you click the button?
No, I'm just looking at it though. I'm now...
I've seen people just like sit it on cliffs, because You can, because the flying costs mana per second, right? So if you fly it on a cliff, you can just like turn it off, and then you still get the flying vision. Because it's not like the ability has anything to do with the vision. The ability just lets you fly. So you can fly it onto a cliff and just like leave it there for the rest of the game. You just have a permanent ward there. One that takes more than 2 clicks for supports to kill as well.
Who approves these things? We were praising Ice Frog, we were praising the balance, and then we have this 1800 vision creep.
I mean, it's good, but like, can you really say it's broken when nobody's doing it right now? Like, I mean,
the EU Grimstrokes are doing it, and that's sure that's all that matters is what the EU Grimstrokes do with Helmdom.
I mean, dude, it sounds fun. I want to play that now. You go Inksoul Centaur, run it in there.
You're right, actually, that sounds very good. We're like convincing ourselves is a good idea. The longer the cast goes on, we are all in on this.
Helm the Dominator drums was fucking OP. Aoi was doing this last patch on like Skywrath Mage, which is like he should probably seek help, but I mean clearly these items are very good if you can even buy them on Skywrath Mage, which is not a hero that you would think to buy auras on.
Here we go again, it's an infested Ember. He finds the Mars under a Radiant Obs ward. Beekeeper fought by both teams, and now it is Brightside low, but still alive. Ultra is chasing, but he's not fast enough, and they will sacrifice Brightside and say, you know what, Brightside, you lived a good life. We will give you as an offering, so Dire don't chase us. They accept. Dire do not chase, and it's 1 death now for the Radiants. 1 kill for PayPal 30k USD.
It's you take that. Happy with the little kill like that. Dire kind of has to kill them at a higher frequency though. They are setting up for Roche. Arena's down. They take it pretty fast. Okay, it seems like they are going to get this.
Mars BKB's on cooldown. Enchantress's life is on cooldown. And that is that all-important second Roshan. I mean, it's Aegis, Aghanim Shard. If you are Ultra Gunner, you are jumping for joy like, hey, get this opens ability. Roll comes in, but it's blocked by Nier. He's speared away, but it's 1 Roshan, Aegis Shard, both going to Ultra Gunner. What a fantastic block by Nier. And yeah, call it Nier again! Catches Ka with the blink in. No even burn, it's the body block on the roll. Nier Dota 2, what a fantastic play, and Dire will pursue. They have Mars under a tower as BKB is up, but Ultra is chasing. Open wounds. The right clicks come in. Brightside has arrived, but now he will distract the Dire team. Brightside is shackled. He's low, still at work. Comes in, and Shaman Rena's there on 3. Levi, Patience, both dead. Roll comes in. Bring Ka to the middle of the fight. Sand King is chased. The spear will stun, and Nier will go down. 3 kills for Fatal. It's Lifestealer and Ember on the run. Both will get away, it appears. But it appears as though PayPal 30k may have overextended. And perhaps Ember might even die. Ka has the roll. Magnetize comes in. Ferenzi is low. The vessel damage is just too much. A 4th death on PayPal's 30k. What started fantastically turns into an absolute disaster in about 1 minute time.
That's this is net worth lead. I mean, these fights are really for Radiant. It's as long as you're not like overextending into Dire, the fights are pretty easy to take. You just kind of sit there, stand your ground, click your buttons.
Ultra's clicking his buttons, he's going in. Yep, that
this
will
shit's
be
good.
1 dead Noah. They want more than that, though. They want the Gyro. Gyro has BKB on cooldown. Ka will roll. Stunning Ultra, but T is just so low. Call down. Slows 3 of the slow is insufficient, and now it's Ka on the run, rolling right into Levi, who has the Hex and the Ether Shock. And it's now 3 kills in the other direction. It cost him the buyback on the Ember, but that is well worth it.
Yeah, you're fine with that. Frenzy already kind of sacrificed his game a little bit with his build. He doesn't mind. He doesn't mind that he's learned net worth in all the Radiant cores. And buyback, he has to watch out not to die now. That's the thing. You don't mind the money loss that much. Open ones is like really doing the most in these fights.
Oh, good initiation in bot lane by Fatal and Brightside. They caught Nier in the bottom lane. That's a big cog to the Dire side team fight dead, but notably, the remainder of Dire. Look where they are. It is in the Radiant side base. The glyph is popped, but so are the wards. And I believe this will be dead Rax here. If not dead Rax, certainly a dead melee plus tower.
Yeah, they don't hit buildings super fast, but they got the Deso plus Orb Corrosion from Ember. They're gonna be able to take this out before Gyrocopter respawns at least.
It will be one full set of barracks. Ultra, he's in the base. He wants to play with fire. He's caught in the Sprout, to get forced away by Patience, and now it appears to be time to leave. It's like, you know what?
Oh my god.
We have some time left on Aegis. It's 2 minutes left, and they might run into Fatalist, who has Blink BKB. The Blink Hex by Levi, though. Fantastic Blink Hex. Might even been blind there. Regardless, they catch him, and it will be another fantastic kill, and he has no buyback. Dire don't know that, but they will look to force it, and when they do, he will not be there.
Okay. So nice play by Levi. Way out first, I'll say that. This Nature's Prophet got this very broken talent though at 20, 100% mischance for sprouted units. I didn't really think about this like in terms of the Lifestealer Nature's Prophet matchup. This makes Ultra's game really hard though, because it goes through BKB. I think I remember telling you about this.
Yeah, you did.
So it's not super common. Like Lifestealer is not really a hero that everyone plays. If no one knows though, he can just sprout his Gyrocopter. And if Ultra wants to hit him, he has to cut into the Sprout. But if you're in the Sprout, you have a 100% mischance. So, like, you just have to not hit the Gyrocopter or not hit whoever he sprouts. It becomes, like, a really big problem for Ultra. It's not a big problem
right now. It's near being stunned top lane. Roll comes in from Cut as Dire siege the bottom barracks. T3 goes down. Back to the rolls. There on Near. Near will go down. Back to the Radiant side base. So does Noah. So it's both offlaners dead, but it's Dire in the Radiant side base. Range Rag's dead. Melee is to follow. That'll be 2 racks for PayPal's 30k, and they're now on the run. Radiant needs some kills. They've slowed Patience with the enchant. They're rolling, they're forcing. Arena comes in, will typically be on 2, Ultra and Patience on the inside. The wards are dropped, Undying is dead, but Ultra is turning. He's very magic immune, and he wants to fight. He's running at Enchantress, who is going to die, so it's another 1-for-1 trade. Nier has bought back, though. He has joined his team in the Radiant side base, and they can dive not to the fountain, but certainly into the base if they want to. But instead, they say, you know what? We've once again gained a lot of stuff, but the Aegis has expired in 3 seconds, and we'll leave now.
They're playing it safe. I think... I mean, they don't have the tier 2 top right, so they don't really have a choice. Tier 4 items are about to be up, though. That would actually be really good, I think. They take this tier 2 tower, they farm tier 4s, and they go run back at Radiant. They'll have all their stuff, kind of. Like, all their heroes will be respawned by then. They're still, like, way stronger, though.
Fatal is there. We might see a crazy play, perhaps.
He has no arena.
Is Spear there on Ember Spirit? The roll comes through, but in comes Burrow there on 1. Who will die? Both teams are dropping. Sand King low, Ember low. Everybody is just in the fight right now. It's Gyro, very low, but Nier already dead. It's 1-for-1 trade now. Shaman's on the run, forced away, and they turn over to Furion. Roll comes in on Shaman, over to Furion. He's low, but still alive. Levi dead. Noah TP's away. Frenzy has dieback. Now Levi will buy back. And it's Ultra Gunner. His BKB is on cooldown. He has the Rage and the TP, but can he get away? Radiance pursue. The TP comes out. He will get away. Patience, though, will not. So it's 3 dead on PayPal's 30k. Ember, Undying, Sand King, all for over a minute and all without buyback. But can or Curry get the punish?
A nice buyback for Gyro. I think he actually got money out of that buyback, which is rare. He is on buyback now. Still pretty solid. I think they needed that. Like, all these heroes are yeah, don't have buyback, as you said, on Dire. This is definitely their opportunity. This is DD top. They have no reason to know it's there. It is there, though.
Look at buyback stats. It's only Mars with buyback. Everyone else either lacks the money or lacks the cooldown. Some notable ones lacking money. I mean, Undying, Ench, Lifestealer, all just a lack of money there. I mean, they know Ember bought back. If they've been keeping track, they know it's on cooldown for about 2 minutes or so, but they're not forcing the... Okay, they now have the DD rune. This is the time. DD on Gyro, they have a 40-second window. Furion is not there, but he can TP in. It will be a 5v4 offense for the middle lane barracks. Gyro leads the way. Noah arrives. The treants are dropped. And now Dire base. It's a 30-second window. They're all there to defend. but it's already 1 racks down. They head top. They want more. They want to equalize the barracks count. Ultra shows his face. Open wounds bright side. The T3 tower is already at top lane. Over to the barracks. Fatal engages, misses. Ultra rages, but he's sprouted and cannot get out. Metal racks go down. In comes Near. Epi, Burrow, not used yet. The Orca comes through. Aeon is popped in Dire. They will lose 2 barracks, but their Ember is now alive. Arena comes in. It zones with a Dire. Frenzy wants to engage, but his Remnant is caught. Ultra cannot bash Fatal in time, but he's running a Gyrocopter. T has BKB on cooldown. They need this kill. They need something. Roll. It's perfect from Ka. Stunning Ultra. T TP's away just in time. He'll give his life, but what a valiant sacrifice from Ka.
But that was pretty unfortunate. Ultra like barely couldn't abyssal the 2 heroes that were TPing out. He could have got the gyro, could have gotten the NP, but it was just like right. They still managed to TP out. Also, the Sprout, we saw at the start of the fight. Ultra like needs an answer for Sprout that isn't your teammates force staffing you, because that is a very unreliable answer, and not in the sense that you can't trust your teammates, but you only have 2 force staffs and they'll have very big cooldown to very low range. So Ultra needs, I mean, Battle Fury is something that we've seen.
It's either B Fury or Zone Force Staff, and those both seem awful.
He should buy Ags. That's what I was gonna say. Actually, this is what I was gonna go into. There's an Ags on this Roshan. He should pick it up. This is how he can escape Sprout.
Well, it will be 3rd Roshan going down.
Nice.
And yep, it is
Okay.
going to Ultra. He wants, as you mentioned, the Aghanim's Scepter upgrade. Dire have found Fatal. Fatal still has BKB. He will not use it. And I guess the idea there is now with this upgraded... Well, he gives it to Shaman instead.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's like, I understand it. I don't agree with it though. Because like he should buy, like, even if the Shaman eats it now, he should buy his own Ags. He like, Sprout is a very big deal, and I think if he does not deal with Sprout, then it's gonna be very hard for his team to win the game. Even if he buys an MKB, right? Like he still gets stuck in Sprout.
There's been some famous fairies that have been caught inside the Sprout. There's a certain Artur Babeyev that's probably the most famous for being caught in Sprout, but nobody's immune to being caught in Sprouts.
I mean, it's a bullshit ability. Let's be honest. Like, it's kind of fucked up. Like Sven getting Sprouted, people used to buy Battle Fury before the Ags was a thing. Like, late game Battle Fury, I feel like used to be an answer to Nature's Prophet. Like Svens are buying Battle Fury. You need someone to deal with this ability. I think I talked about too much already. Ultra needs something to deal with that, and I'm interested to see what he will do for Sprout.
Well, for now, it's no answer. He's buying a Daedalus instead. So he says, you know what? If I ignore the problem, maybe it'll go away. Maybe if we kill the Furion first, he cannot sprout me. He's currently infested, though it is not inside his Ember. Speaking of Ember, he's pushing in the bottom lane. But the remainder of both teams are near the Radiant side Tri-Camp. It will be Epi, and an infested Burrow there on Fatal. Ultra pops out, and Fatal goes down. But he does have buyback. They move to Ka, who BKBs and rolls away, so it's 1 life on cooldown, 1 BKB on cooldown. And Dire want to punish. Serpent Ward's dropped. Buyback forced. Call down comes in. Dire, they temporarily reposition, but they want to go. Ultra is silenced, has rage, he'll pop it. He's in the Sprout once again, though, half HP and dropping. Arena comes in, it's fantastic, they're on 3! Patience, dead, Aegis, lost, Ultra is just so low, but can they kill him? He's life-stealing on T, Sand King is low, Sand King is dead, Ultra is dead! Dire collapsing, but they're trying to fight, Fatal, dead, Dieback, Frenzy, dead, Levi, dead! A full 5-man wipe! It was a dieback on Mars, but what a fantastic defense from Or Curry!
Are Dire gonna lose this game now? Oh my god. Okay, well the cores have buyback, and the Nature's Prophet looks... He's fine, this team's coming. But it's 3 versus 4 now. Oh my god. Yeah, Ultra needs to do something about Sprout stat. I don't know. That felt like the biggest problem in that fight was... He was raged, right? He has the rage talent, which is good. This is, you always take this talent. Your teammates can't force staff you when you're magic immune, though. So, I mean, there's like a very, very big problem here.
That problem is Sprouts. You've mentioned it ad nauseum, but you were correct to mention it ad nauseum because that lost in the team fights.
I don't know. He needs to like cheat spider legs into the game or something. This is a problem, Ultra. Awesome, my friend.
Oh no, that's how you know things are going wrong. Mentioning by first name. Buybacks have been forced out of both teams at this point. Looking at buyback status, a lot of buybacks on cooldown. Radiant have 3, Dire have a 1. But it's Lifestealer cooldown, Ember cooldown, Mars cooldown. Those are big buybacks, but notably, guess who has a buyback very soon? It's Gyrocopter.
Yeah, I mean, there was like a whole lot of wacky buybacks stuff going on. The Mars died back in that last fight even. So, it's like I was talking about how earlier in the game, Radiant, if one of their heroes died, they didn't mind too much because the other two were farming. Now deaths are costly.
At this point, one slip up from even a support could be the differential in these fights. I mean, it's really tight. We've seen these team fights go both directions for what, the last like 25 minutes now. It's a hard game for both teams. I am if I am PayPal 30k, I am so tense right now though. I mean, it's Ember and Lifestealer, both out buyback, both together. I mean, one slip up from Frenzy's Ember, they could be both of your cores dead with no buyback.
NP has this remove TP cooldown as well, so you can be everywhere. I personally don't like this talent because with the 15 and the 25, the Treant talents, you can actually with those two talents and the AC, you can backdoor the Ancient, which is like very interesting.
Thank you,
And
Steve.
I mean that okay. Who told you? Was that like? I think I remember.
Might have been you. It might have been you to tell me this build, but he's instead gone and said, you know what? Instead of going for 3 Treant cooldown talents, I'll go for 0 of the talents. I have attack speed, mischance, TP cooldown.
I mean, his hero is pretty strong, and I guess like one read on his game could be I just need to play around Sprout. I'll Sprout the Ember, or I'll Sprout the Lifestealer, and then I'll hit him. So I want some damage, I want some survivability, I want to be able to TP.
So far, has been pretty effective for Noah. I mean, he's #1 in net worth, and he's had an immense impact upon these fights.
Nice played very well. This was 24 pick NP, 23 pick.
Yeah, 23 pick, you're right.
It was last pick Ember.
It was last pick Ember, but they didn't have like 24 picks, so you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's kind of just chilling right now. Ultra has MKB and then Ags queued up, which I'm happy. He should have stole the Ags from his shop, and I'll be honest, I'm disappointed. Levi does not even have the shard. I've seen a lot of people just straight up buy the shard at 15. Hopefully he buys it after he finishes his BKB.
I'm sure he will if he can get the Miyasi. He wants buyback as well. So it's even though he has this 4,000 net worth, he can't just go out and spend it quite yet. But it seems like both teams, they have decided to say, you know what, the tension was high. Both teams almost lost in a matter of like 90 seconds. Let's go chill for a bit. Wait for perhaps the 4th Roshan of the game. And right now it's only a Clarity keeping watch in the pits. But when it responds, anywhere from a minute to 4 minutes from now, it is the Aegis. It is the Cheese. It is the Refresher Shard. It is the Aghanim's Blessing Part 2. It's going to be a lot of stuff in this Roshan bit, and that, I mean, I'm sure it's on both teams' minds right now.
Yes. I said the NP did not get the backdoor of the Ancient talent. Both of these teams are kind of looking to do a little backdoor gameplay themselves. They're both just trying to push out the bottom and top lane respectively. They both have opportunities to like backdoor the tier 4 towers in the Ancient with either Ag Shaman wards or just like Nature's Prophet TPN with the AC treant damage.
And for now, it's just they're just pushing in the lane where they have advantage, trying to make it as annoying as possible, so that way somebody has to defend. It has been Noah on the Radiant side and Frenzy on the Dire side defending, but of course both those heroes can get to the fights very, very easily, so not too much of a concern in either direction, but for now it is currently Or Curry doing a better job of getting control around the Roshan pit area. They're going to attempt on Ultra's life. The Spear's initiation. Silence comes through. The roll, the stuns. Is it enough? He's turned, he's invested. He's trying to get away. Arena comes in on 3 heroes. Frenzy, Arise. Everything is dropped. Levi, dead. Vi's back. Abyssal comes through. Patience, Fatal, both dead. Burrow in. Noah, dead. Near dead. Everybody is dying. Everybody's buying back. Everybody's rejoining the fight once again, and now it's Brightside trying to survive. Dire, though, cannot kill him. Ultra is caught in a sprout. He is dead with a dieback. And at long last, the dam has broken. Frenzy will attempt to salvage the game, but he's silenced and his BKB is on cooldown. Near, he has the Lotus, but can he salvage? Radiant, pursue. The roll, the missile, it's more than enough. That is one more dieback. That is 4 heroes dead, all without buyback. And Near, he will try, but he cannot defend. This is futile.
Or Curry, definitely gonna be you taking game 1. That's yo. Honestly, wait, hold on. I want to say this because Fatal typed that in chat. Ka very nearly threw that fight. Let me just say that, okay? The what's called Noah sprouted the lifestealer, and he was just stuck, right? We've been talking about it the whole game. He's just fucking trapped in Sprout. But Ka rolled on the lifestealer to try to chain stun him, even though he was like pretty much chain stunned by Sprout, you could say. And it broke trees, so the lifestealer was able to get out of Sprout and hit people. That almost like that made the fight a lot easier for Dire. It let Ultra actually hit people and do a ton of damage in that last fight. It was not enough though, unfortunately, for Dire.
I love that phrasing, chain stunned by Sprout. It's both.
I mean,
it's entirely.
It's a disable.
It's both entirely incorrect, but also entirely accurate. You know what I mean? Where it's clearly not, but also it works. I mean, he was chain stunned by Sprouts.
It's a 6 second, it's 6 second duration, 8 second cooldown, hard CC against his lifestealer.
You know, I thought Icefrog had to remove infinite disables, but no, we have Sprouts. Yeah. I mean, game 1.
That was a good game.
I mean, it was one of those things where it was a slow build up from, started off slow, but it got exciting in the mid part, and it was a good game of Dota. I mean, 50 minutes. Both teams had their chances, but Or Curry had it was that one fight top lane, I think, where it was I think it was a 5-for-1 trade in the top lane by the Radiant side barracks, where it was Fatal's dieback for the entirety of the Dire team, and that is one fantastic trade right there.
Interested to see. I actually see this in between every single game. I started to realize, but this is pretty much what I'm thinking about between game 1 and game 2. Like, what is Dire going to do differently this game? And
You don't have to go do differently. Logical.
you think they're gonna ban Earth Spirit?
See, I figured out the answer in Sprout. They're going to ban the hero.
You think they're gonna? That was 23 pick NP. You think they're gonna first phase ban 23 pick NP?
I think they're going to like second phase ban. I'm not gonna first. They're not gonna like 5 ban. I'm not gonna 4 ban it.
Okay.
They're
I
going
can
to
see
like
that.
second phase ban. And that's their answer to Sprout.
I don't even think that's right, but I could see that happening because Ultra is the drafter and he's carry and he doesn't want to lane against it anymore, so he's just gonna ban it.
Dude, this graph. Look at this graph. The graph is having a heart attack. Look at this.
Wait, let me take it.
This network graph is genuinely like concerning. Like we need to be getting the graph to a hospital right now. This is not healthy. Whew, that was fun. That was a fun game. All right, let's see here.
Why is player net worth? Why does it work correctly in ticketed games, but in lobby games that aren't ticketed, player net worth is like completely fucked? I don't understand this. Valve, fix this shit, please.
You're asking good questions I don't have the answer to.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Like if I like load up the last scrim or whatever, and then I go hover the 10-minute net worth, it says the enemy carry was 7k net worth, and I know damn well that guy wasn't 7k net worth in minute 10. But Dota's just lying through its teeth.
I mean, you're probably right, but I'm never in unticketed lobbies. I'm a ticketed lobby kind of guy, you know?
Yeah. That's
I
that's
spend a
fair.
lot of time in ticketed lobbies, not unticketed though. You know, I'm not. Like I'm the point where the scrims that I'm in are not private scrims. You know, we just kind of leave the Dota TV on.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, the pro players, you know, a little bit less so. I see all these people like logical Dota just in these private lobbies. Like, I've seen days where it's like half my friends list just private lobbies. I'm like, yeah, I wish I could watch these games. I'm kind of bored right now, but no go.
I don't have
Lobbies-
diary ignored, right? They're just
No,
ignoring you.
nobody's saying anything. But I mean, I'm asking Or Curry for choice of picker side. They're not
Yeah,
responding.
yeah. I wanted to
Nobody's
check to
responding.
see if I didn't have them muted.
I'm gonna check, make sure I've got nobody muted. But yeah, I have nobody muted. It's just they're not responding. I've asked them the question. They have not responded. I'm gonna copy it again. Wait, can't copy it, but I'm going to ask it again. But this time I'll make it a little bit more snappy. Like, yeah, you have choice of pick or side. Please answer my question. Dude, Ultra's having some fun right now, I'm sure. And they're supposed to have said something by now.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Typically.
See, you'd figure they'd be able to respond, but
Oh, holy shit! You do predictions now? Okay, that's fun.
I've had them forever, but it's more like I only do when people ask for it. But it's last playoff
I
time.
see.
People have asked for it, so
I have 26k battle points I need to use.
there's so many people with these useless badger points,
Okay.
and they have.
Is there
nothing
a
to do with-
leaderboard for them? Is there a leaderboard for them?
I don't know. I should know,
Yeah,
but I don't.
I think there's a way to set it up, but it's like complicated. It's like it maybe. I was just asking if you had it.
I'm not like a big production guy, you know. I'm not really. I mean, I still don't have like one of those, you know, like loading screen things, like the electronic music. I don't even have that. I just mute both mics and put up a little like white text on no background, like, yeah, we'll be here soon. That's the production value we have here. Like one day, if I was being paid to do production value, I'd do it, but it's for me.
Wait, sorry. I was.
Like for me, it's like for me, I'm not putting in the effort for nothing. For me, I don't see the value of it. But maybe one day I'll put in proper screens and stuff.
What's the rest of their name? They're not fucking tagged up. I can't see.
Oh god, it's Oh god.
Or else I don't know.
Maybe. Probably.
30k versus Curry.
And it's PayPal us 30k USD. That's what it is.
Oh, I see.
I had to think about it real fast because it's long. It's very long. Alright, that's 1G, that's 2G. Check lobby settings. They're correct. Press the blue button. Blue button? There it is.
That bot's blue. I should know. I've clicked it quite a few times the past week.
It is definitely blue.
I believe it.
I assure you. I assure you, as one of the world's premier blue button pressers, I press the blue button. I will be right back, though. I need some water desperately. I'll be right back.
Dire team ban.
Crim equal cringe. Good practice equal unranked versus Chinese 5-sec. True. You have 42k? Fuck.
10 seconds remaining.
I'll catch up eventually. That's probably a lie. You're probably just gonna have me beat for the rest of my life.
Radiant team ban.
Oh my god, this is on like so much delay. I can't talk to Twitch chat. Unfortunate. Dying ban. They banned Beastmaster last game. This is very easy to
5
figure.
seconds remaining.
Yes, they did ban Beastmaster last game. I vaguely remember that being hero Noah likes a lot. Undying ban. I guess that means or Curry will leave CK. Spending hella time on their first phase bans. Oh, Frenzy's drafting as well. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Tiny. Okay, so CK is in the pool now, and Death Prophets. Holy shit, Death Prophets in the pool. Yeah. And they're just gonna snap pick it. Understandable.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Whew, okay, I have acquired more water, and they have acquired Death Prophet. We're going at length into DP in the first draft, despite it being banned. And we can once again go in length about DP in this draft, logical.
Yes, Death Prophet. What a hero. It's level 1 spirits does 32 damage to tier 1 towers, I think.
That seems very fair and balanced.
Each individual spirit does just 32 damage. You know, Badger, I'm a what's it called? I don't even know the word to describe it, but I think Dota is quite balanced. Like a lot of the time. And I'll fight for Dota. Because like people will complain about random stuff that isn't even good. And I think that's annoying. I don't really care about the developers' feelings or anything, but I think that's annoying when people just complain because they want to complain about stupid shit. Like if you're gonna complain, make it about something that makes sense. You know, like complain about DP spirits doing 2 times damage on tower. That's something that's worth complaining about.
I kind of want to be devil's advocate here. You know, it's fun. It's fun to complain logical. You know, it's really fun.
Yeah.
You want to know what also is other than being fun? It's very
What's
easy to complain. It's very easy. You know how if something's both easy and fun, then why wouldn't we do it?
I see.
I'm sorry, I had to be. I had to be a contrarian idiot there. It seems fun and easy.
Interesting. So you complained.
See, so you're complaining about complaining, and I'm here to complain the complaining. If I'm complaining about you complaining.
We're pretty far in now.
Usually, this is the kind of conversation that happens like 5 hours into a stream, not we're like an hour 15 into a stream right now. Yeah, we're an hour and 20 into the stream, so we're we're definitely a bit early for being this punchy.
PayPal is $30,000. What the fuck is it? United States dollar? That's their full name. Their government title. Taking a lot of time in this first phase of the draft. They have 44 seconds of reserve time left. They really took all that time to pick Death Prophet Omni Knight. Good combo though. That I mean, like Death Prophet. Generally, the way that you kill Death Prophet, it's pretty hard to kill DP with spells because you just like get a lot of HP from the items that you buy and BKB, and you have this like I think it's 400 health at 20 talent for some reason. Yeah, it's 400 health. That's a lot of health. So it can be hard to burst DP straight up with spells. So generally, the way you kill DP is with physical damage. Omni Knight, though, Guardian Angel, makes it very hard to burst the DP with physical damage. Yeah.
You know, if you think about it, Patience does not want to play Omni Knights. He's literally left the game like, you know what? I don't want to play this hero.
10 seconds
I'm
remaining.
good. I'm out. See you next game. Actually, there's no next game if you lose, so actually, like, you can't forfeit.
He can. You just won't get to play another game.
Yeah, I mean, that you can't forfeit your last game. You can't do that.
Yeah.
I guess you can, but definitely not in playoffs. Come on, that'd be.
It just Robin banned. You're right. Damn, second phase. And Ultra's not even drafting.
It is Frenzy drafting and not Ultra Gunner. Same result nonetheless, though.
Yes.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? Like they gave him Earth Spirit again, and so this Nature's Prophet Earth Spirit lane, like Earth Spirit's not a good laner. You definitely need a hero to enable him. Most of the time, a ranged hero like a Viper or a Nature's Prophet, and they picked Nature's Prophet last game, so they ban it. I think all things considered, it makes sense now. But to be honest, when I was asking what do I think they'll do differently going into game 2, I was mostly talking about like either their own picks or the first phase bans, because I think that's the most immediate change that you can make going from one game to another.
I mean, they banned out the Mars, so it's certainly going to be a different tempo setter for Orcurry.
Team pick.
There will be the same old Earth Spirit, I can tell you that much.
This pick's probably gonna change the dynamic of the draft, where whatever it is. Unless it's something like
5
really low
seconds
commitment.
remaining.
But I think generally when you pick a hero here, okay, this was a very low commitment, so nothing interesting is happening. But this 15 pick, I want to say, is what it's called. I think this is 15. Because you have 3 bans directly before it, a lot of times you can ban 3 heroes. There are 3 counters to a hero that you're about to pick, and then just like pick the hero on 15. It can be annoying for other teams to deal with it.
5 seconds remaining.
Kind of the same as first pick's 8 pick.
Radiant team pick.
I'm interested to see exactly what Orcurry do with this. I mean, I'm guessing it's a 3 Snapfire, but
Yeah, I think 3 is Snapfire's best position, and then I think like 4 and mid are about the same, and then I think 5 is worse than
10
that.
seconds.
And then I've been playing carry Snapfire, so I can say with certainty that it's bad.
5
with certainty. I've seen it. I think we won, but I'm not sure.
We
Snapfire
won
won.
very hard actually. Like we won very hard. Doesn't mean it's particularly amazing though. That game was very fun. I got a 4-minute javelin, and then Karan walked into lane and I one-shot him.
You're welcome.
That was good. You pressed Maledict, I pressed Low Shredder, I hit him 6 times, and he died to Maledict. Full HP.
That was fun, actually. But what isn't
That
fun
was
is being hexed. And if you're Orcurry, it's back-to-back games of being hexed.
I don't like Radiant's draft. I think Dire picks 2 BKB heroes that can just like blink in. The game's looking very good for them. I mean, they banned like Mars, but there are a lot of heroes that are really like Mars. Oh, Ultra sent me a picture. One that I cannot send, but I'll send it back to him because that's what we do. I think they should just pick some hero that does a lot of damage by his match community, because Radiant does not have like physical damage heroes. Okay, I mean this was literally none of the things that I said, so maybe Radiant's draft stay okay. Also, what? Yeah.
It's a Wraithband buyer.
All right, Badger. I'm gonna flame this Lone Druid pick. It's really, really bad into Death Prophet. Like,
5 seconds remaining.
no, I can't say that. But you'll understand what I mean. You know, I talked to a couple professional players, and when they're talking about Lone Druid and the best heroes in the game to counter Lone Druid, they all agreed that Death Prophet was the best hero in the game against LD. So, Dire just picked LD into DP.
Feel free to elaborate exactly why the Lone Druid matchup is so bad for DP.
Okay, so you can
5 seconds remaining.
the lane's not like crazy for LD either, so you can lane DP perfectly fine, and generally that's like one of LD's strong suits. It's like pretty strong in lane, and so you kind of have to like, you can't just like not think about LD's laning phase when you're playing against it. DP lanes against it fine, and you kill the bear really easily. like really easily. Spirits is physical damage, and generally, LDs like to buy Mask of Madness a lot. It's like one of the major builds. Some people just go straight Deso, but I think a lot of people buy Mask of Madness, and so physical damage can kill the bear really easily. DP does a lot of that with Exorcism, and DP's third spell is percentage damage. And Lone Druid's like kind of, I don't want to say gimmick, but Lone Druid's gimmick early on is that the bear has a lot of health, and it's really hard to kill. Like level 4 bear has 2,000 health, and like 6 or like 7, 8 minutes in the game, that can be hard to deal with. Unfortunately, not for Death Prophet though, because you have a lot of percentage damage. You can also jump the LD very easily with like, if you just like go on him first, you have a silence as well, so you can't press ult.
And now they
It's
have
like
got
one-
one more hero who can go on Lone Druid. I mean, they have the DP, they have the Blink Lion, now they have a Blink PA with the innate Phantom Strike, so that's...
5 seconds remaining.
It's not going to be an easy game to be Lone Druid.
Okay, Dire can still salvage their draft if they pick a really good hero here, because I still don't like Radiant's draft, but they need a good hero here that could just like kill all these little shitty wizards. Okay, that kind of counts. I don't know if it's enough though. Like,
Is that enough of a Wizard Slayer by your standards? The offlane
it's like a decent Wizard Slayer, but they could have picked some better Wizard Slayers. Like TA is just ignored. Where's the last pick Templar Assassin?
Not present. It is it is late to the party. It is caught in traffic. It will not be here.
Okay, so Radiance. I'll try to explain what I'm saying. So Radiance first 3 picks DP, Omni, Lesh, Lion. These are all like int heroes, like backline heroes. If you have some kind of hero that like jumps the backline, does a lot of damage, like TA, and like Ricky is like the classic example. I don't think Ricky's a phenomenal hero, but if you have one of these types of heroes, you can snipe the Radiant squishy heroes, and fights become really easy to take. Jawbreaker is good at charging the backline, but it's not like Radiant's gonna buy Eul Scepters. The Death Prophet is probably gonna buy Eul Scepter. The Leshrac will probably buy Eul Scepter because it's good in this game. And it's not gonna be super easy for SBA to charge the backline. So I was really hoping that they would just pick a better hero running at the backline. I mean, if Ka has a really good game, if he can like get a BKB, then he can also jump the backline, and he'll just like he can like solo carry the game. But I think overall, I'll say I still like Dire's draft better. Badger?
I'm on the fence here. I feel like
Okay.
I think this Radiant draft has what it takes if they can at least draw even in the lanes. And I like their lanes. I think we mentioned DP, her strengthening in the lanes. I mean, Lion, Omni, great lane supports. I think I like this Radiant draft better. And I can't remember if I was right at the draft last game or not. We disagreed.
You were.
I was right. Okay. I was right, but for the wrong reasons. Things I said would happen did not happen, and then they won anyways, if memory serves. But if you are just joining us, welcome to the game number 2 of Curry taking on Pay Palace 30k USD. The latter lost game 1 in a 50-minute brawl. They will need to win this game. Wait, it is Carry LD. If they lose this game, their tournament life is over. For Curry, they're looking to shut the window now and advance to the next round. One more win will do it, and they have 2 games to win it. My name is Badger, I am joined by the one and only Logical, and we're also joined by a 5-man Dire Side Smoke Gank into the near immediately. Right side leads the way, but it's a 2-man stop from Levi. Cookie into Roll, into Inkswell, and Near. Poor Near. He is dead. First blood given to Fatalist on the mid Snapfire.
Has a bottle. Negative 40 seconds in the game.
That's good.
That is quite good, yeah. I don't even know if this is the best purchase. It's annoying though. Like, it's soul crushing if nothing else. You just like, you click on the enemy hero as they show up to lane, you see they have a bottle in their inventory. Like, okay. Fatal is about to bottle this 0-minute bounty rune.
I mean, that'd be pretty amazing if it happens, and it just might. I mean, there's a free rune here, there's a free rune here if he wants it.
Oh, okay, now he's got to block you out, do that. But that is, like, just the idea that might happen is really funny.
The battle begins.
Seeing a bit of all chats, a little bit of, not sure what it is, but it is in the all chats, you know?
Yeah. That's how it goes sometimes. Lanes. It's carry LD. It still has to lane against Death Prophet though. That's kind of what I was hoping to see at mid, because like at least it gets like an interesting lane against Lesh. I mean that matchup is skill. This is still skill based. It's like not super free for LD. Would be nicer though. Like the DP is just gonna suck the LD, and it's gonna be obnoxious. At least the DP like won't have that many levels.
She did not skill the Siphon level 1 either. It's the Crypt Swarm to secure the range creeps.
That's
Levi
correct. I
secured
think.
anyways.
Yeah. I played some 5 DP recently, and so I've kind of experienced with this hero in side lanes.
Me too.
And what's up?
Me too. But go on.
Yeah, I mean this hero is like really fun. Like you can carry the game really easy. You just turn into a core when you're 5. But level 1 Crypt Swarm is a lot better than level 1 Spirit Siphon, like almost always, it feels like. Even against LD Bear. Being 2-0, you like always want to be 2-0-1 on this hero, I think. You like almost never want to be 1-0-2, just because getting the 150 damage Crypt Swarm, which is doubled from level 1, is really nice.
There's a lot of brawling in literally all 3 lanes right now. It's like Patience might be on the wrong end of the bottom lane, though he walks away in time.
His Bear is 5 HP, it lived with 5 health.
It's TP. I don't know what happened there, but
It's okay. So yeah, he didn't buy a TP on it, which is like kind of normal. I don't think people would buy TPs on the Bear this early, and so he clicked recall, but then he was like, wait, my LD is like here in the lane, and so he resummoned it.
Okay, I was trying to figure out exactly. I saw TP, and then it didn't TP me. Wait a minute. Do I just not know how Lone Drew works? No, he's free summoned. Bottom lane charge comes through on Patience. Roll will be the follow-up. The bash is there. They need one more bash, though, and he will not find it. Now, Ultra will attempt on Cuss. Sticks are popped. Nobody dies in the bot lane, but it's one more bash from Noah for good measure. In the mid lane, Leshrac Snapfire. What? What is that?
Nothing happens in
Bot
this lane, really.
2 heroes died. I missed a lot of deaths, actually. My bad. We see 3 heroes dying.
Happens.
1 top lane, 2 bot lane.
That's a big deal. The DP died. LD hit level 3 and the DP died. That's kind of a big deal. I hope Levi like holds the creeps out of tower range and then lets the DP get XP, because this is like how they win the lane. I think one really important thing that I've learned about side lanes is that XP management and who gets what XP is really important. And I think DP getting a lot of levels of suck is really important. Meanwhile, Lions levels do not really do a whole lot. So I would like to see Levi going and like stacking camps more and going for bounty runes, or going for water runes, sorry, and letting Nier sit in the lane, just so he can get more levels of suck, so he can deal with the LD, or like the level 6, and the LD just can't play in the lane anymore.
Yeah, the EXO, I mean, we've gone on and on for good reason. It's very powerful. Very, very powerful.
However, in the bottom lane, it's not so much the case, because I mean, like both of these heroes levels are nice, but they're not lane winning or anything, and so you don't mind so much if your Armor Knight steps a couple of levels. In fact, you even want it so that he can get like level 2
Nier might die again top lane. He took a lot of damage there. He's having a rough time, rougher than we expect on this DP.
Dire, they got LD to level 3, which makes the Bear a lot nicer, and then Grimstroke got level 3. I mean, they're just kind of winning the lane, so the XP management isn't that big of a deal, but this level 2 Inkswell is really dangerous. I think we're going to see it kill Levi here.
Yeah, Inkswell on the Bear, it stuns the Lion. Correction, he can't be stunned because he's dead. They'll turn to Nier, Siphon comes out, but he's rooted with that entanglement, and... yeah, this is actually a fairly disastrous top lane so far from the side of PayPal's 30k. I think it's 3 deaths now between the DP and the Lion. I suppose one was pre-horn, but that is not the start you want there on DP.
Oh yeah, also one like little I still stand by what I said. I think DP is still really good against LD. One trick that LD does have in the lane against DP is that honestly, like a mechanic that I think a lot of people know, even people who aren't LD players really, is that when you level up the Bear, like when you level up a skill point, go from level 2 to level 3 for instance, the Bear resummons. Like maybe you saw it there. I don't know if you're watching the top lane.
I was not watching. I was watching bot lane.
So when you level up the Bear like resummons itself, and it doesn't go on cooldown or anything, and so it can like use the new stats of the Bear. What this does though is you can like dispel stuff, you can cancel links. So like for instance, if you get Spirit Siphoned, if you're holding a skill point, if you level the bear, it'll cancel the Spirit Siphon. And you can use that in like a lot of different matchups, and it's really useful. Against Razor, for instance, I think it's probably like the most important one. Is if your bear is getting sucked, you can. Oh, nice little kill.
Yeah, over to
Yeah.
it was mid lane. The Mortal Sisters came out from Fatal, and Frenzy tried to run away and run back in, but inevitably, one of the globs hit Bullshack and killed him. Over to top lane, it's an Inkswelled Bear, and running at the DP, Nier will Siphon. I believe he'll barely survive, but instead it's bot lane where the kills will be happening. Patience is low, but Radiant have actually turned instead. Correction, nobody dies in the side lanes. Only death there being that middle lane, the Shrek.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but that's what happens. Oh, the small camp has been blocked for 6 minutes. That's really unfortunate, and he's gonna kill it as as 7 seconds left.
That is incredibly unfortunate for Frenzy. He's not having necessarily a fun time, and this gank mid lane will not help him. Scatterblast, the roll was actually
DD.
missed by Ka, but the DD rune more than enough. Over to top lane, Levi goes down. Nier wants vengeance on Brightside, but the root from the bear. So now Nier is trying to fight for his life. Took a Fate will slow another root from the bear! Another root from T! How do you counter that? Just being rooted every hit. What do you possibly do?
I forgot that reminded me. Another reason that you should like save points on LD and not like insta skill your bear is it resets the root cooldown. So, I mean, normally you hit someone, you root them, you have to wait 5 seconds before you can root them again. But if you're saving a skill point, then you can hit and if you hit someone and you root them, then you can like level up your bear, and then you have the potential to immediately like start rooting them right after that. So you can literally chain root people. You can hit 2 in a row, stuff like that.
Seeing Noah charge bottom lane, he's got absolutely zero help, but apparently he does absolutely zero cares. But the stun might make him care. He's stunned by Levi. Hex comes through. Strip Breaker is low, but still alive. Airstrike will stun, but Patience arrives. Charge comes through, and it's just enough.
Oh,
Now
Grip
it's
Striker
Brightside tanking the damage. Roll from long range to stun Levi. Levi dies. The trade is for Noah, and now it's Fatal on the rotation. He's got all of his spells, with the exception of... Actually, he has everything. He'll stun Ultra with the cookie. Ultra will eventually die. Mortis Kisses come through, and it will eventually kill the PA. Dies now. Patience and Frenzy are there, but it's a long-range roll. The Frenzy this time. Roll. Inkswell, the kick, the pull. Ka loses life, but it's a good trade on that one. I believe a 4-for-2 trade or something. But regardless, an absolutely fantastic one for the side of Orkuri. Nier will attempt to kill Fatal. The rotation comes in with Exo, and Fatal actually dies. That is one fantastic kill for Nier, but overall game state still pretty good for Orkuri.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That is like I mean that's I don't even want to call that a good play by Nier, but I mean it worked very well for him. That's so crazy. He just like walked up here. He dodged. He didn't actually dodge all their vision, but I think what's it called? Snapfire just wasn't paying attention because who expects DP to be there with the first Exo?
They were a little bit distracted by the bottom fight, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was a really big kill though by Nier, and because Exo is like literally broken, like it literally does not work the way it should. Normally you want to use it to kill towers because it's really easy to kill towers with it. It's you don't mind killing their 4K network Snapfire 9 minutes in the game with a Kaya.
For now, though, it's actually, it's no Tier 1 towers dead yet, but I think that's going to change quite soon. It is minute 10 coming up. Siege units will be in play very, very soon, and there's a lot of cool building hitters in this game. For now, though, it's Levi and Ka, and... Nah, they both mutually agree not to fight. They walk away.
Well, the PA is pretty good against LD. I mean, the thing about LD though is this like these kind of like weird. I know LD is like less cheesy than some other heroes, but these just weird kind of like cheesy specialty heroes. Is that if you're having a good game, it does not matter how many times you get countered. Like there are just like first pick Meepo players out there who will just like beat every counter because they have a good game. They know what they're doing.
Charge comes through on Nier, and Nier's life inevitably will be lost. Scatterblast brings him down. They'll head to Patience, who tried to save him, and it will cost him his life for... Perhaps not, actually. They get stunned by Levi, a 2-man Earthspike. Will save the Omni. They'll instead look mid lane for Frenzy, who already grabbed the mid T1 tower with with that Diabolic Edict. So the charges cancel. That's actually not necessarily great for Orkuri. They get one kill in the DP, but they lose that middle tier 1 tower, and now this is the kill. Actually, it's an R kill. It is Patience going down, but they still want more than that. They want more than those 2 kills, and perhaps it is that bottom tier 1 tower they're willing to claim.
This is a nice play by Dire. They kind of bring all their heroes here. They're not even looking for kills. I think the kills are nice. They're just trying to get this tower down finally. So a lot of the times what you see in like pro matches or like really high level games is that people will bring a lot of heroes to the enemy safe lane tier 1, and then the other team will just scram. And you like think it feels bad because they brought 4 heroes here and they got no kills, but they do that so that defending the tower is just impossible for the other team.
Well, as that happens, we saw a defenseless tower die bot lane, but top lane, it will be defended by Brightside and Noah. Charge, Soulbind, come on down. Split Earth is missed. PA is low. The Shrek is dropping, and Dire kiting it around. The Guardian Angel comes out, but it's perhaps not in time. Ultra goes down, and Frenzy will attempt to cancel, but it's just too late. The Charge will bring down Frenzy as well. Patience, Nier, Levi, they're trying to fight, but Patience is dead. Ka will be the trade, but it's a 3-for-1. It's not great unless Nier can salvage the fight. Brightside is low. Noah is low. Fatal is in. The finger damages. And Snapfire will barely go down. Over to mid lane, the T1 tower goes down to Lone Druid. So overall, if this top T1 tower goes down, it might be an even trade, and it looks like it will. So it's absolute chaos across the map. 1-for-1 tower trade. I believe a 3-for-2 hero trade. Lots of action, and Brightside's just in there still, and they're picking him out. They don't know he's there exactly, but it's like, wait a minute, hey Brightside, we don't see you anywhere. We're gonna go on you now, I'm just gonna kill you.
Oh, he has no TP, that's unfortunate. He might have actually lived if he had it. Oh,
He donned his Crypt Swarm, and actually Levi dies to the charge from Noah, so now Noah, with half HP, actually less than that, is running at Nier, who has Siphons. Charge will stun, Noah is running, but Nier, he's going forward. He's fine, right? He's fine.
Yeah, okay. So Nier can carry the game, just like a DP. It's like such a good DP game. He's dead right now, though. He's not
going to die
carrying
this time. He gets purged by Patience. Nier
Suck the
is
bear, bro.
low.
Alright, good,
Sucks
good,
the
good.
bear. He's healing, but he's feared. The root,
He's still
the
there.
charge. Yeah, that is one dead Nier after all. And this time, Patience will die with his friend Nier.
Oh, nice kill.
Kicks the Omni towards Noah and T, and there's just too many units. 2 more deaths. It's just... It's out the top lane action room for the last, like, minute and a half now.
This is quite a long fight. I want to go back to what I was saying about DP, though. This is a really, really good DP game. They 5-picked it, and it's still a really good DP game, which is concerning. This hero can just like solo carry the game, though. I mean, you can like solo carry games as a pause 5. It's crazy. You just turn into a core because your hero does so much damage and your abilities are so absurd. This game, though, especially, you're against 2 strength cores and a mammal. I don't know, and this bear, this panda.
And
These are all very good
highest
suck
units.
targets. Yes, yes, yes. And then they got a strength support as well. And then Grimstroke doesn't really threaten you that much. You don't really care that much about Grimstroke. So if your Frenzy dies,
I got it, don't worry, I got it.
it is pretty. He's just trying to push a wave out. That's pretty far for him to be though. Death Row, if you're able to get your items and you play like you want to carry the game, you don't play like you're an offlaner. I think Nier can do very big things here.
So far, despite the 5 deaths on Nier, that is I believe it's a game high in deaths. Yeah, that is a game high in deaths. He's still 3rd in net worth, which is honestly kind of a testament to this DP of this game. Problem is now DP's in a bit of a brawl with 3 dire side heroes. But with the XO popped, yeah, Cull will go down. Finger not even needed, and with the XO active, he'll run for more, but the more is at most Brightside. Brightside will get Yuled. Charge comes through, looking to save Grimstroke. Grimstroke, half HP, Omni heal, 1 dead Brightside, and then now head perhaps for Noah, but Nier's just very low.
Nice,
Guardian
nice.
comes out, will silence
yes.
there onto him to suck.
Oh, suck
It's
it.
not in the bear anymore, he has stick because he used it in time. He does not quite yet, but he's just still alive.
Look
The
at his
suck is
health.
just too much
Oh my
It's
God.
just too much healing. Now Noah goes down. The suck. The Spirit Siphon. Far too intense it appears.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, you got a lot of health in the LD Bear, it does good damage, but it doesn't do that much raw damage. And he's not even going the Deso build, which like I can understand this game. You're against PA, right? So you want MKB. That makes sense, especially because you already have a lot of attack speed. Fuck, fight happening. I can't finish my thought.
Nah, they're not.
No, okay, we're good. Yeah. So like the problem is, even when he's hitting this DP, the DP just like out heals his bear right now because the bear is not that scary. But that just kind of goes back to the matchup. I think it's if you were like a different carry hero of even farm, maybe you could actually hit the DP and kill the DP there.
And the bear has like 6.5k net worth on it, but apparently not enough.
He doesn't have like raw damage items, as I said before. It does do a lot of damage. It's just this yeah, I mean it's just unfortunate.
Speaking of carries, they want Ultra in their top lane. It is Noah and Fatal going for the kill. Ultra gets purred by Heavenly Grace, but it's not enough. Now his Patience being stunned by the Nether Strike. Levi will look to save him. He has the stun, but it's not in time. Patience goes down. Charge comes through there on Levi. Nier has arrived as well. He'll use Fatal in the air. Hex the follow-up, in comes Frenzy, Split Earth misses, and now Ka arrives. Siphon comes in on Noah, Noah will drop, so it's a 2-for-1 trade. And it looks like it'll end that way.
That's... Okay, so Dire killed the carry, and Radiant had to bring a lot of their heroes here. Not so good for Radiant. Cutting Spearbreaker though is nice. You're happy to get him off the map for a little bit. Also, I didn't really think about this, but PA actually has a pretty interesting, like, matchup against Spearbreaker in the game. So, I was informed by someone who have a lot of faith in their Dota ability, and they said that the best way to counter Spearbreaker... Okay, wait, there's fight happening. Exo
Hold
pop.
that one. Top lane, yeah. Exo, it's a tower dive, 2-man charge on Lion and the Shrek. Her Spirit will roll on Levi, so it's Nier dropping low, but he has the Yule to delay the death. Guardian Angel comes out on 3, but nobody's locked down quite yet. Charge will stun 2 of them as Frenzy dives the tier 2 tower deeper. Lion stun comes on out on the Lone Druid Bear. The bear will perish. And it will be it will be Noah attempting to go on Frenzy. The charge will come through. The follow-up is that cookie. Silence on the DPs there on 3 low. Frenzy, can we keep him alive? No, they cannot. Dire, though, are incredibly low on a lot of heroes. Hex, it's there on the bear, but in come the Mortimer's Kisses. From long range, the damage is fantastic. Levi, Patience, both dead, and Nier. He'll bring down Noah. But it's a 4v1, you cannot win that fight. Nier will go down. It's a 4-for-1 trade, I believe. No buyouts I don't think were used there, so that's a fantastic team fight win for Decido or Curry.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. They're missing like a couple key items to really take these fights. Leshrac is definitely struggling right now, and I think it's like a pretty fine Lesh game. When you're this far behind, though, it's really hard. And I like his build. I think Hood's a correct pickup when you're against Core Snap like this. It's yeah, it's just kind of too poor to do any major damage. Lion's also 200 gold away from Blink, and your DP isn't quite tanky enough. Wait, what you said? Okay, never mind. I don't know what I said. I would like to see Nier buy a BKB this game. I think it would be really good against the Snapfire spells and Lone Druid root, because you can't root their BKB anymore. Just, yeah, he's like not quite tanky. Oh, okay, nice. He queued it up. All right, cool. He's listening to the stream.
We're on delay. Don't worry. We're good.
Yeah. I tried to talk to the Twitch chat, and then I realized I like turned the audio on for a second. I was like, oh no, it's like delay. I can't talk to them.
It's difficult. It's certainly difficult. I do my best, but especially in a game like this, there's no time to put things in chat. Sadly, but you're saying something about before the T2 tower fight top line.
Oh, PA versus... Okay. So, Team Liquid Coach told me the like best heroes against Spearbreaker are ones that can push out creep waves without showing their heroes, right? And the reason that happened is because someone last picked Darkseer against Spearbreaker. And Darkseer, he said, had a really good matchup against Spearbreaker because you can just Iron Shell waves and you don't have to deal with anything. But PA can do that because you can blur. You can hit waves and Spearbreaker can't see you.
Oh, here we go again. It's another fight coming out. Morris Kisses comes on through. Nier's incredibly low, but it's a trade for Ka. The Guardian Angel will not save Nier, and now Noah will attempt the lockdown frenzy. He will succeed, and they'll head for more kills. Inkfall is on the bear. Patience's life is forfeit. 3 kills. For the side of Curry, it's another favorable trade, and that tier 2 tower mid. Never mind, they'll ignore tier 2 mid. They're going for Roshan instead.
I like this. They hit their timing. LD finished his Mask of Madness. Or, no, he finished his MKB, right? So he does a lot of damage now. They're going to try to use this timing, take Roshan, go run around, kill all the towers. Because that's what you do with a timing hero like Lone Druid. You know LD can solo Rosh actually with Mom, just phase Corrosion Mom.
Really?
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, you have to press ult, and then you let your main hero tank it, and then your bear heals enough, so that you can your bear heals the main hero enough because of Spirit Link. So you can solo Rosh.
That does not seem okay.
I mean the LD was like real bad last patch. It was in last patch, right? So
This is true. Oh, these D wards from Radiant. Oh, look at the Radiant side jungle. 1 D ward, 2 D wards, but look how close these D wards are to the Dire Observer ward. That's some sad D warding. And as a result, Dire just have 2 Obs wards. And they both dodged the Radiant's 4 sentry wards. They have 4 plates, and they've dodged all 4.
Outplayed. Yeah. Oh, where are the other 2?
Bright side with the warding. That is fantastic. I mean, there's...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see this one, and then I see this one. Where are the others?
One of them just died. There's one on this high ground right here. There's one on the low ground here. There's one on the high ground here. And a third one on the high ground here. Or fourth one on the high ground here.
Oh, you're just talking about in general. I thought you were talking about from Dire. I see. Okay.
There's 4 right there from the Radiant. Just trying to find these wards, and we failed on all accounts. It's very, very unfortunate. You want those D wards to hit, because now Dire just have such a grip in this Radiant side jungle with these 2 Obs wards, the lane coming in, this T2 tower. It's in danger. It is an endangered species right now.
It's looking tough for Radiant. These heroes are not like super comeback heroes either, I would say. It's gonna require a little bit of misplay from Dire for Radiant to come back into this one. They are getting their items, so they got BKB finished on PA. DP is still quite a while away off hers, but that's in the near future, hopefully.
Well, here we go again. It's high ground time. The bear...
Bought the shard, just raw like that 23 minutes. Alright, the bear's dead though. Okay.
Split Earth plus Spirit Siphon apparently have to bring down the Spirit Bear with not too much difficulty.
Remember when that hero had fuck, I don't remember what that spell's called. You know the ult form spell?
Yeah, True Form?
No. Oh fuck it, what's that spell called? I don't want to look it up either. It's what? I'll think of it in a little bit. Like the spell that gave you damage, and there was a talent that gave you magic immunity for it.
I don't have it. That sounds broken though. That sounds broken.
No, you'll recognize this. This is yeah. Okay, hold on.
We instead have Radiance booking up his 4 into the Dire.
Battle Cry.
They'll pop it now, and they find Earth Spirit, who popped Magnetize. Mortal Kisses come on down. Bright Side, Levi, both die. It's a 1-for-1 trade. And Radiant pursue. They find Noah on the Spirit Breaker. They use him in the air, bring him back down to silence. Now Cub will attempt to bring down Frenzy. So now it's a 2-for-2 trade. 1 Clover support on both sides. Noah buys back, but Ultra Gunner, he's the man who's on the outside looking in. Ultra goes down. Cub joins him, and it will be...
Well, that's a dangerous
Yule's up on the air, and near...
He's not taking damage.
Not taking damage. He'll now get stunned by the airstrike of Noah, the Exo coming back in. He'll stay alive. Problem is, he's once again in the 1vx. This time a 1v3. He'll Yules himself, but this is inevitable. He will die to Scatterblast. It was, I believe, a full 5-man wipe, though Lion respawned before the entire thing ended.
That's unfortunate. I mean, Nier, he doesn't quite have enough money. He needs, He needs a plate mail or some kind of arm item and then finish the BKB. And then when he hits 18, he can just like 1v5 these fights. He's just not there yet. I mean, his lane is kind of rough. He's off lane. And Dire is just like not gonna let him get to all these things because I'm sure they know as well that this is a pretty solid DP game. This is the most important hero in the game, I'd say. I think it's the number one hero they have to watch out for.
Well, they have a lot of problems, and the towers being alive is beginning to become one. T2 bot is already dead, tier 2 top is under a bit of duress, but it's still alive, and for now, Orcurry only have the bear and the siege unit pushing it, and apparently that's not enough. Instead, Radiant will engage upon the bear, charge comes through, it is on the isolated Leshrac though. Leshrac certainly will go down, there is no help in time. And Leshrac, it's one of those heroes that is just so rough when you're behind by this much. You need the ability to survive, and this game Frenzy simply cannot.
Actually, the more I think of it, I like this approach to buy the shard like that. It's kind of depressing. I like this pickup though. Because he's so far behind, he's not going to be able to play Leshrac normally. So I think if he plays around just like pressing Split Earth and Lightning Storm from like a kind of at a distance, that's his best option. Yeah, they're just gonna have to give up. It's too hard to push high ground, even with the Leshrac dead. This bear cannot siege phenomenally. He really needs that battle cry. Give spell immunity talent back.
Yeah, it's for now it'll delay things for now. Though I'm sure at some point they will come back, perhaps with a second Roshan. Before that happens, PayPal is 30k. They want to play Dota 2 right now. They have got these key items finally online. These blinks on the lion. I mean, their DP still has no BKB. Ultra Gunner has some items, but this is a hard fight still.
I mean, the Ultra Gunner has sub items, but he does not have like the damage items. You know, he doesn't even have like a Deso. Even if he has a Deso, he's still not like melting heroes, and he doesn't even have that. He only has. He's like decently survivable. He can like exist in the fights. He can farm side lanes. He's not a threat though. He's not like super scary at all.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? This point is a Deso plus like a Basher and Satanic that he needs to fight, or what does he even need to fight at this point?
There's a couple approaches he could go. I think I would just like Deso. Like I normally I think that people go Deso a little bit too much on PA. I think a lot of times you can just like buy Scotty on this hero and pretend you're like another Scotty edge hero and you're not a hero that just has to burst everything. This game though, I think the burst damage is really nice. Oh, Ultra is fine.
Ultra has blinked into danger. He's got the BKB. Use it before Fatal can blink stun him with that talent. Charge comes through though on the PA still, and the PA is just almost dead. He's broken, he's dead. The Lion is brought back, but Radiant are collapsing. They find Patience on the Omni Knight, trying to help his teammate, and they kick in Nier as well. Can Nier siphon in time? The Yules comes out, the siphons are up, but no! The perfect stun from Fatal! Nier goes down! Patience has bought back, but it's 4 dead, 2 buybacks, and Leshrac has once again been caught. He's still alive, he'll Yules himself, but Dire are diving. Nier buys back, and Frenzy goes down without the buyback. And now Nier, he's trying to salvage the fight. He'll bring down the bear with the Exo being popped, but
that was so unlucky. He got rooted by the last hit before the bear died, but he's still caught here.
Want the real lone druid. The charge comes through, and the fear as well. The fear is just too much. Levi, Patience down. Both diebacks. They find Nier, who is desperately trying to fight, but when he dies, it too will be a dieback. Ultra kill for Fatalness on the Snapfire. In the lead, it is ballooned, perhaps completely out of control. It's 16k, and technically high ground has not died yet, but with these heroes being dead with no buyback, the high ground is going to melt.
Snapfire is really hard to deal. I was talking shit about carry Snapfire. When you get that 20 talent, you have some items. You're not super behind. This hero just absolutely kills everyone. Like I was gonna say melt supports, it melts everyone. You just die.
It's a lot of damage, and he doesn't even necessarily have the highest damage items, but just with that the Kaya Sanj and the MKB, it's melting things. We saw it on Ultra when he was trying to retreat to the high ground in the top lane. He got pursued by Fatal, who blinked in pursuing, and at that point the damage was too much.
But I mean, Dire has to do a little bit of trolling, I think, for Radiant to win now. It's not that bad actually. I don't know. Like, it's not like Dire has to want to lose right now. They can still mess up, but without a mess up, I think this game is quite difficult. And Nier has fallen too far behind to be at the point where he can like actually carry the game now. Doesn't have level 3 EXO yet. He's so far from his BKB. He had to buy back in the last fight as well.
His items just have not moved, and I don't know how long. I mean, he was at a point, I think he was like 3,500 towards a BKB, and he still doesn't have a BKB like 10 minutes later. I'm curious to see exactly what the player net worth says, but it feels like Nier's items have just fallen off a cliff so far.
And also, Dire has Grimstroke Spirit Breaker, which is like a relic from last patch. It's still strong though. Like, Spirit Breaker did not really get particularly nerfed in like super meaningful ways. And the hero is definitely not as good as it was last patch, but it's not like got like super nerfed or anything. And so you still have this dumb combo where you get Inkswelled by Grimstroke, and you charge people when you move at 1200 move speed.
Yeah, a lot of good Inkswell targets this game. Earth Spirit, Spirit Bear, Spirit Breaker, even like Snapfire is not bad.
How do you think with Spirit
targets.
hits? Yeah. Spirit Bear, Earth Spirit, Spirit Breaker, just all of them.
It's a good day, and despite the best attempts for Nier to Spirit Siphon, the Spirits is just there's not a Spirit.
Yeah. It's gonna break their spirit right now though by spamming this broken Split Earth shard on the tower. Yeah,
They
push
seem
into
not
that
to care
one.
though. So you know what? Spirit Barrier is stunned. We're still here. Sure, you'll throw out the dagger.
Oh,
but
Fatalness DD rune.
one more happy DD rune for Fatal. T3 is dead. Split Earths are still present, but yeah, that's nearly. Oh, you saw that, right? The little shredder. And the little shredder alone nearly killed the ranged barracks. This DD Snapfire. Just
I
too
hope he like
much.
uses it on some heroes.
Here we go.
Oh,
Levi's jumped in. They want Sapphire.
Nice.
Sapphire will immediately die. But
Well
will there
played.
be revenge? Here we go. Guardian Angel, the hit the spirit for the lone druid. The bear goes down. That's one life dead on the
Okay.
real lone druid. He has Aegis, but can he be saved? Ka, BKBs, rolls in, charge from the side, charges, stuns on 3. PA's half HP, they're rolling in. They want this kill on Ultra Gunner. Ultra tries to fight, blinking for Brightside. Brightside is dead. Noah is dead, but so is Ultra Gunner. Ka rolls away. It's there on Patience. He's now kicked into his
Holy.
face. Magnetized brings down Omni Knights. Radiant, they've technically defended. But what a costly defense.
Yo, I wish I could put hit up the like replay for that. That was so crazy. Cud lived with like 20 HP. He got Inkswelled by Brightside, and Inkswell healed him up and dispelled him so that he was able to roll out there. He like rolled and then he kicked the Omni Knight away from him. So that was really well played by him. I think Radiant like took that fight phenomenally. They managed to find a way to kill the Snapfire before she could BKB. Like, it doesn't seem to be enough though, and they don't have any EXO now as well.
Well, Noah is in. He actually has no buyback.
He's
If he dies
dead.
here, and he will die here. There's a dieback on Noah. And now
They don't have bear.
Yeah, he's got no bear for a minute. This is a window. I'm not sure if it's enough of a window, but it certainly is a window to fight.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, those deaths are actually like really costly. Because all of a sudden DP's level 21. We were talking about how DP was not even level 18 yet, didn't have level 3 EXO. You're level 21 now. You got that 400 health talent that I was talking about at the start of the game.
Full circle.
Ah, shit, there's something. Oh, 8 Deso charges. Yeah. Ultra got a lot of Deso charges because of those feeds as well. Even though he had to use buyback. He's at 8 now, which is like very nice. I was talking about how like his burst damage was kind of a big deal in this game. And this is how it starts.
Here we go, it's time to get the buildings back. Frenzy has the Edict, Ultra is there. It will be a Mortimer's Kisses, trying to bring down Ultra Gunner. He'll be damaged, he'll be bruised, but not completely battered to death. But they have bought a bit of time. Radiant no longer have a wave there. So if they continue to go, there'll be very little time after the tier 2 mid goes down. It is a wraparound gank from Ultra in that blur, attempting for some kind of miracle, but Curry, they're not eating. They're being patient. They're being conservative. They're making the right play. They don't have the vision, by the way. They have no idea exactly what's going on, but they've made the correct decision to not go in. T2 is forfeit, but with Noah's dieback and the bear being on cooldown, that is not much to be claimed there by PayPal's 30k.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you get some diebacks. You hope you can end the game. It's not super easy to do that. They are kind of bridging the gap right now, though, between like the net worth and just the strength of the two teams right now. Like, I talked about how DP had got that level 20 talent. Now she also has this plate mail, and I think armor is a really big deal because that's generally what kills you as DP is either the LD hitting you or like the Snapfire hitting you. Now with this extra armor, things get a lot nicer for Nier. He's like all of a sudden he's like a big threat again.
Here we go.
Does Ultra have like a basher on the courier? Yeah, he does.
He is
okay,
a basher on the courier for Ultra. He is going to perhaps be strong enough finally to do some true damage. He's being charged, though it is understandably cancelled. And both teams are grouped. It's the same tension as last game. They know, wait a minute, one more bad fight, this could be bad for us, let's not throw the game away. And it's a bit of a standoff. Everyone's moving as 5, refusing to make the wrong play, and here we go again. It's standoff time.
He lost a lot of money on Spirit Breaker. Like he's got negative net worth in the past few minutes. He was 2,500 gold, I want to say, and he was like 500 away from his Ags, and now he's sitting at 1,700 gold, 1,300 away from the Ags.
Same story that Nier had earlier, and now it is flipped. Which offlaner has it? Looking at smoke status, Radiant have 1, Dire have none, so we are very low on smokes. Seems like that next Roshan will be the big objective. It is alive and anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. But instead we'll be sitting in bases for Radiant and sitting and farming on Dire. If Radiant knew what we knew, how split the Dire was, they would certainly go for a kill, but alas, they do not know what we know.
Dire also, I mean, okay, Radiant is gonna like hit their real timings, right? Like they haven't been strong and they're gonna finally be strong. Dire scales in a lot of like little cheeky ways. I mean, okay, the Spirit Breaker needs to get to his Ags, right? Like this is a key item for the hero. Lone Druid's got a lot of slots, and you got like an Ags to buy. And buying items on your main hero doesn't really matter. It's just like Ags and Refresher, and then that's pretty much as good as it gets. You got some Ags backdoor shit that you can do though. That later the game goes on, and Snapfire, once you get a lot of damage items, scales really well as well.
Here we go. Nier was charged. Noah ran away. Both teams popped their BKBs, and both teams walk away. Okay then.
That's annoying for Radiant. I think Dire might try to force something now with no PA BKB.
Well, Cuz attempted in. He has found the Shrek. Now the Shrek and DP pop the BKB.
Oh
Dire leave again.
Yo, Cuz owning them. What the hell? Cuz got all 3 core BKBs in that fight.
It's fantastic.
Alright, well played.
It was at the cost of his own BKB and his Spirit Breakers, but instead we're just backing off. It's like, alright, we went in, popped our avatar form, like, alright guys, we're yellow, and then we're backing. Is BKB, is it yellow or golden? I'm curious.
I'll say golden.
I think golden might be more accurate, but regardless what it is on cooldown. These teams do not have them, so we're waiting. Perhaps for Spirit Breaker, for Lone Druid, who has a BKB, to hit these buildings. Mortis Kisses charge, both arrive, looking for the Shrek, but it's Nier who's in the middle of the entire team fight right now. He's in the Yules, but he's stunned. He's feared,
no BKB.
and he's dead. He does have
Oh my
buyback,
God.
but he is not forced quite yet.
I just like won the game by making all the cores on Radiant use BKB. That was insane. Jedi mind tricked.
The little plays there. I mean, that's not a little play. That's a moderately sized play. That's a huge play.
Yeah.
From Ka.
That's a very big, but like, I don't know how the fuck he managed to do that. I'll be honest. That yeah.
Oh, they go on the Fatal. Ultra's BKB once again. Guardian Angel is popped. Charge comes through, and here we go again. Levi low, but still alive. Fatal low. Patience low. Levi dead. Fatal dead. Everyone buys back into the fight. Ka is zoning as Frenzy runs at Noah. But Frenzy out of mana. He'll get brought down by Fatalist now. Frenzy will buy back. Radiant are once again alive on 5. But it's just so costly to defend. That was every buyback they had, and it was the middle melee barracks. They are treading on water, and I'm not quite sure how they turn this into a win still.
Okay. I think they definitely had to use some buybacks. Ultra didn't have buyback though, so he didn't have to use his buyback. I can see how this game, like I can see Radiant coming back now. I think, okay, I don't like his 25 talent, but PA will be able to kill the bear, right? And like Dire has to like, kill the throne. Okay, I guess actually they're gonna do that right now. So if Radiant can hold this somehow, like this Aegis, when Dire goes on them, I think they have a very good chance to win, even if they get megas.
It's a big ass though. It's Aegis
Yes.
on Fatal. It's Cheese on T. It's the Aghanim's Blessing for Brightside. It's not the greatest illusions this game, but a PA Dark Portrait
Oh my-
illusion is still very powerful.
Badger, this fucking okay. So Dark Portrait, obviously magic immune. So what's the way that you kill the Dark Portrait? Is you hit it. You can't really hit a PA illusion like that, especially one with 35% blur.
And
So-
you're right, and there's obviously no MKBs on the Radiant side, so even though the damage won't be that high, it's basically an immune illusion.
I mean, like the illusion can't really hit people because everyone's running away from it. But you can just like A-click it on the Omni Knight. Yeah, I may Inkswell as well if you want to get it a little cheeky. That's
Charge comes through, it's
Hard to
there
do.
on Levi, roll the follow-up, Mortis has come through, and Levi's diebacked. Guardian Angel is popped, Brightside, dead, Radiant will attempt to fight, the BKBs are ending, Ultra is broken, he's being hit by Fatal, half HP and dropping. Mithrax dead, Radiant pursue, T will cheese, Ka rolls through, and Ultra has died. T will lose the bear in exchange. It appears his Nier tries to run down the back lines. Lone Druid low, Lone Druid dead. Everybody's buying back once again. Fatal, low, and his Aegis will be lost. Now Ultra, who bought back into the fight, will attempt to bring down Fatal once again. Fatal blinks away. Dire have protected their Snapfire.
you buy. They're trying to end now.
It's a charge in again. It's there on 2. PA and DP. DP is feared. Cookie will stun Nier. Nier has nothing left. Siphons are all down. He's low. And he's dead. With no buyback. It is an Omni Knight. It is a Phantom Assassin. And I don't know how they can defend. The charge stun is purged. But in comes Nether Strike. And down goes the PA. It is a dieback. The GG is called. And Curry win the series 2-0.
Well played by them. I think they played the early game really well. Got a little bit sloppy towards the end. I think there was Radiant had some small chances. Their like first 15 minutes was really well played though. That was also that death at the end there was T's first. It was his only death that entire game. It was just like the last like minute of the game.
First and the last. I mean, T had a fantastic series. Particularly game 2, but I mean, Ka.
Oops.
I just can't believe they gave him Earth Spirit twice in a row.
Yeah, you probably should just spend it. But I don't think it really. I don't think it was crazy. I don't think it like did anything out of the ordinary. Like he didn't. I mean, he played well. Can't deny that. He didn't really impress me though. You should probably just ban it though, because it's comfort hero.
You
And
remember those BKBs are being forced out. If he was any other hero
okay,
in the game,
yeah,
those
no,
BKBs
that
were
was
forced
that
out.
that was impressive. I mean, yeah, he definitely did that. But I don't really think that was Earth Spirit. I mean, okay, he could only have done it on Earth Spirit. That's like mostly like a Radiant problem though. It's like they click the BKBs. I don't know if this makes sense. That
makes
play
sense,
was
but-
that play was very good by him. You could probably like Esper is definitely not like unbeatable or anything. If your lads team, that you should probably just ban it. That's a really good idea for it.
A certain player
That's a lie.
hero
Actually, you should not spend time making a good idea for it. You should just ban it.
There's certain player hero combinations you just kind of have to ban out. I think Color Spirit might be top of the list for a good reason. PayPal has thought they can beat it, and I mean there were 2 winnable games, but neither were won. So what can you do? Yeah, this is a great cast to start off the playoffs for me, though. I mean, this is the second BO3 so far playoffs. Both of them actually have been elimination bracket games. So we are down to 14 teams. And the action continues the next 3 days. But before I go into that, Logical, you have any final analysis first?
But yeah, honestly, these games are pretty good. I think especially game 1 was the game 2. They're kind of ahead for a long time. I'm pretty impressed overall, I'd say. But just like the general level of play, I think Nier played better than I was expecting.
All right.
As offline, okay, yeah.
All
Sorry,
right, you keep going.
these are some good games. I'm impressed overall. Happy to have casted these, even if they weren't like the super top teams to look out for going into this playoffs.
At this point in lower bracket, you never want to be in the lower bracket, especially against a team like this. Is very dangerous. But thank you, Logical, for joining me. Do you have any final words, call-outs, shouts to say to the people of League of Lads and twitch.tv/BadgerPavlo?
Follow me on Twitter at LogicalDode2.
Very cool. But for now, my name is Badger. We have a lot more Lads playoffs on the horizon. We have 2 series tomorrow. I will not be casting either of them. Actually, they're both uncasted. Maybe I will be casting one of them. But regardless, it is Kuz, Stupid Noob, Spax team taking on Boljax's team, and Flying Nightmare's team Nara taking on Artorias' Canoe and the Canoobs. Sunday, though, Sunday, it's Badger playing Dota. Headbonkers taking on Polaras, which should be a great time, unless we lose, and it'll be an awful time. But it's Super Monday we're looking at. There's 3 series on Monday. One of us, or one
Are
of
you
them.
lower division?
We are lower division, sadly, but it's Super Monday we're looking at. It's 3 series at 8:30 EST. It's Aurora and Smiley's Headbonk taking on Hobbs' No Tider 2.0, casted by Killer Karate at 9 p.m. EST. It is going to be. Wait, can I not count? Someone just leave a message in there. I can't count, but there's only 2 series. At 9:30 EST, though, it will be Pig Trotters taking on Boob Enthusiasts, casted by yours truly and Logical Truly. So we'll be back. We'll be reprising our role of casting playoff games. For now, though, thank you for watching, and as always, if you want to hire me and Logical to cast your pro tournaments or whatever, contact me on Twitter, it's twitter.com/BadgerDota2, Discord Badger number 5713. We're very much interested in paying gigs if there are any. We'll be looking out for those, of course. But for now, thank you for watching, and as always, have a great night.